Welcome to the Red Cup. Once again, we got my main man, Rally Inge. JB, Charlie Moore as usual.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? We got the Mo County. They say we don't give Mo County no love, man. You know what I'm saying? We got Mo County out tonight. You know what I'm saying? And what we gonna do, we gonna come off the break, you know what I'm saying, and just with Rally tonight, man. Just tell me a little bit of the Mo County basketball and we say we don't give y'all no props and all that. Like, give me some names, give me some situations, give me some gems. Give me some hoopers and, you know, about Mo County, man. Because all y'all stamped to me. It ain't about what we think about it. What you think about it.
That's not true, first of all.
What's not true, Riley?
What's not true is that we don't get the same love that everybody else.
I say y'all get it from me. I don't know from
No, we
everybody else.
don't get it from you either.
How?
Uh-oh.
And Jason McScree and Steve, one of my favorite players.
No question about it. You got your favorites.
I got my picks.
You got your picks that you love.
Yeah.
But
I just told you my two favorites, so you can get...
Jay and Steve?
Yeah. Jay and Steve
Okay.
are my favorites.
All right, I'll go with that.
So
They
now
my favorites.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now you say what the fuck you guys say.
Boy, I'm just supposed to name names? I mean, that's how you doing it.
That's what you're talking about.
No.
No, we got to name names.
We got to name people that we don't know about. Trying to get out here.
Name names. That's the names.
Like,
Bryson.
like names Bryson.
Yeah, it was,
Names
fuck.
Bryson.
Bill Cartwright.
Okay. Everybody knows Isaiah Swan. I'm going back. I'm going behind me.
Bad
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Behind me.
Yes, indeed.
I'm
Florida State.
Isaiah Swan is Moochie Norris with athleticism.
Florida State.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Bad motherfucker.
Left-handed.
No
Left-handed.
doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cook.
Cold.
Can get with the best of them.
Cold.
Can get with all these motherfuckers.
Can we say he went to the wrong school?
Florida State?
I don't think it's wrong.
Hell,
He
career.
did his thing. He did his thing.
He talk that talk though.
Yeah,
But I think
State.
Riley wanted to just throw some shit out there.
I'm just throwing
You
it
know,
out
you
going to
there.
Villanova.
And
Huh?
He wasn't going to
He should have went to
Villanova.
Villanova.
I'm going to tell you somebody that I
Guard
saw.
you. Guard you.
I'm going to tell you somebody that I saw this summer in the Montgomery County tournament for the first time that I've never seen. Kid named Gumby.
Anthony Williams? I saw you hear about
Cook,
him. Go to school.
Book.
What school?
He
Went to Richard Montgomery High School.
No, college. I'm saying. What college?
He played FIFA, I think. He had a great, he played FIFA.
You and Chase told me.
He played at FIFA, but when you go to school out there, that's when my senior year.
He can boogie?
Man, that's all you hear about.
So Ricky said, Riley,
Keep
he
going.
was
Keep
you
going.
before you.
Keep
After
going.
you.
Keep going.
Following Campbell.
Yeah. Keep going.
Keep going.
Bad boy.
Bad boy. Now,
No, listen to me. We want to put Mo County on the map to make them think that we fuck with everybody. Like the PG County, everybody says, we don't fuck the county. It ain't all about the city. It's all about what we talk about. We talk about basketball. So, come on, man.
Following Campbell, it's another kid that I saw can flat out do it. Yeah. And then I got to go like closer to my era, but not in my era.
Yeah.
Right behind me was Lumpy Wills.
No blue.
indeed.
No blue. Right behind you. No blue.
Thank you.
No blue. Yeah, right behind him.
Hashtag no blue.
Yeah, hashtag no blue.
Nah, he's good.
Bad
Man, that's my
motherfucker.
man.
Yes, indeed.
Lumpy Wills. And again, that's another one that I didn't get a chance to see play, but I know
Okay.
what he did.
Right.
You know, when Lumpy was in school, I was, in college.
Them
You know
cats still
what
in
I'm saying?
shape, man. Them dudes still hoop. Love them dudes still hoop.
Yeah.
Not that lumpy.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you were talking about Mo County.
Mo County, he don't be hooping
Yeah.
like that no more. He a bad motherfucker though.
Yeah.
I'm talking hooping on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. But he still can hoop though. Don't get it twisted.
Al Springbrook, you had my cousin Shaq Brew, Treon Ridges, both of them, dynamic backcourt. Up Blair, you got my little brother Steve Francis. You got Jason Muscuri. You got
Them my two finest Mo County guys.
oh, so you like motherfuckers that play with the ball?
No blue. No blue.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I love McClinton.
like-
I love Darren
You like
McClinton.
Darren McClinton. That's another one.
My
Now,
motherfucking
Darren is in
man.
my
I
era.
like that. Darren McClinton Boogie.
And I'm gonna tell you who else
Keith
don't
Williams,
people
that's
don't
one
talk
strike.
about. People don't talk about him because he's not on the scene. You don't see him at all.
Right.
But
Right.
Chris McGuthrie
Oh, bad
could
motherfucker. I know
flat
Chris.
out
Yeah, Chris was
do
nice.
it.
Chris was nice.
Listen, better than nice.
Okay.
I put Chris on anybody that came from anywhere.
So Dave Vanderpool not from the
Of course
so
he
why
is.
we didn't say
I was getting
how we
there.
getting to him and we
before-
not saying no
Dave was
shit.
before me, so I was in my era.
That should have been one of the first names.
I was in my
Dave Vanderpool and Sean Clifton
Yes.
should have been some of the first names you named.
And then you know what? And then that's where I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop at Gus and I'm gonna stop at Sean Clifton because Sean Clifton,
bad motherfucker.
Sean Clifton was the first player. The first Montgomery County basketball game I ever went to, he was playing it. So he was the first one I saw.
That's pretty much Daryl Ashton. Them was nice.
Daryl
They was nice. You remember Daryl?
Yeah.
Bad mother. Hey Joe.
Yeah.
Daryl and Sean was like some one of the first combo guys niggas I seen.
When they
Can handle it. They beat Crossland,
They
nigga.
beat Crossland.
They beat Walton them.
Yeah.
They beat Walton.
Kevin McClinton.
Kevin McClinton.
Yeah.
Kevin McClinton played in the Cal class with me.
He did.
Yeah, so I know about the Mo County man. Don't come in and say I don't fuck with the county. The Mo County dudes, man.
Yeah.
Tracy Jackson was the first McDonald's All-American from the area.
First,
Yeah.
no, the only
Way
McDonald's
back in the
All-American.
day. Notre Dame?
Him and Ratcliffe were the first two.
Did he go to Notre Dame?
Notre Dame.
Notre
yeah.
Dame.
Played 4
First
years in the
team All-American with Magic Johnson.
No,
Yeah.
he was a bad boy.
Yeah.
He was a bad boy.
Yeah.
He was a bad boy.
league. Two-time All-Met when nobody really did
He was
it.
a bad boy.
Well,
Tracy
high
was a
school
bad boy.
was
He was a
Paint
bad boy.
Ranch.
Paint Ranch.
Paint Ranch.
That's your school.
And see again, but what was happening back then was there was a lot more better players in Montgomery County that probably could have made All-Met or got the accolades, but the writers are DC writers. They ain't going all the way out to fucking Montgomery County to watch no back. They're gonna watch the games right here in the city, and they're gonna write about who's right here.
So
You know what I'm
do you think that drove you, like, just being from the county, y'all kind of getting shunned on a little bit?
Yeah, that drove me.
hold on.
Yes, it drove him.
Hold on.
It drove him.
Hold on.
I mean, was that like a chip on your shoulder or just a county,
Well, you know what?
Moco?
Right. Nah, that's a good question, but I'm gonna tell you what people don't know about me was that I came from PG County. So I grew up in District Heights. I lived in Walker Mill. I played my Boys and Girls Club at Pepper Mill.
Okay.
All right. So when I was playing Boys and Girls Club at Pepper Mill, and we had to go out to Montgomery County to play, in whatever, football, basketball, whatever. My coaches back then was telling me, "Oh, we gonna go out Montgomery County. Them niggas are soft. They all live in houses. They got 3 dogs. We gonna go." You know what I'm saying? They was telling us we gonna go out to Montgomery County. We gonna smack them. It's gonna be easy. And we would. We go out to Montgomery County. We beat them up. Then I moved to New Jersey with my father. And then when I moved back from Jersey, my mom was in Montgomery County by then. And she was in Briggs Cheney. So when she told me we living in Montgomery County, I'm like, oh, Montgomery County? Thinking of back to when I was, it's sweet. I won't go out there, it's sweet. Right. But when I got out there, like I said, I'm in Briggs Cheney, and it's, where I was just like PG County. The feel of it, you know what I'm saying? The neighborhood, it was nothing but apartments, kids outside all day. You playing, you hooping in a cage, you know what I'm saying, football games. It was regular kind of PG County shit. But I came to Montgomery County kind of with a PG County, New Jersey, New York edge to me. You see what I'm saying? So when I got to Montgomery County, I was thinking it's kind of sweet, you know what I'm saying, because of what I had already been through. And then as I was, playing, like coming up in Montgomery County, it was kind of easy for me. Yeah. It just was, you know what I'm saying? I've been playing against adults my whole life, or older teenagers, you know what I'm saying, as I'm a young kid or whatever. So whenever I played in my own age group, those games were easy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't much bunk for me at all. So anytime I played Boys and Girls Club or something like that, I always had to play like 2 age groups up. You know what I'm saying? If I'm 12, I'm playing 14. If I'm 9, I'm playing 11. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I came up playing. So I think that as I got a little bit older and I already knew what people were thinking in D.C. and PG County because I was out there, you know what I'm saying, when I was a kid, then maybe I did have a little chip on my shoulders. Maybe I did, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew that by the time I was, into my sophomore, junior, senior year in high school, and I had played against just about everybody everywhere, I didn't think there was anybody better than me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So there was people as good as me, but I didn't think there was anybody better than me. And so, like, from that perspective, I felt like, well, Montgomery County is as good as anybody. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I had people in Montgomery County that everybody might not have known, but I could stand. You know what I'm saying? Like he just said, Dave Vanderpool. I knew Dave Vanderpool could go anywhere and play against anybody. Chris McGuffey, I knew could go anywhere and play against anybody. Right. Darren McClinton, I knew could go anywhere and play against anybody. And then the younger people that
Lumpy Wills.
That's what I'm saying. So the people that were younger than me, Lumpy Wills, Treon Ridges, Jason Muscuri, Steve, I knew that what was coming, next was going to be just as good as anything anywhere. So I think that, I'm not the kind of guy that says I'll put Montgomery County on the map because, like I said, I saw Sean Clifton, who was before me. You know what I'm saying? And Sean Clifton was a bad motherfucker. I knew Sean Clifton could go anywhere and play against anybody. And Sean Clifton was another person that came into Montgomery County from someplace else. You know what I'm saying? So I think that as Sean got to Montgomery County, I'm not going to say Montgomery County was easy for him, but I'm sure he had a little bit more of an edge to him than everybody else did. You know
Sean Clifton from Southeast, some motherfucking way.
Right. I think he's from Oxon Hill.
Because he played at HD as well, right?
I don't know.
I know he was going to Blair though before he came to Springbrook.
That nigga was tough. Real tough. Off the no bullshit. Yeah, off the no bullshit. Can do it. You know what I'm saying? He reminds you of a Keith Williams tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Like can score the basketball that a lot of people didn't talk about. You know what I'm saying? And him and Keith Williams like the same type of players as far as that. Can get with all the big names.
Right.
And hoop like a motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Much respect. Bad boy. Bad motherfucking boy. You know what I'm saying? And to get back on the Mo County situation, you know what I'm saying? So how do you rate them guys? Like you got your Steves and your Muscuris and all that. Them guys did some motherfucking big things coming out of Mo County.
Well,
Lonnie Baxter from Mo County, right?
Mm-hmm. Y'all count him?
Who?
You count Lonnie?
I take Lonnie. I take Lonnie.
Mo Beasley,
absolutely. So like Steve didn't have much of a high school basketball career.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like I knew how good Steve was. You know what I'm saying? Even though Steve wasn't playing in high school, I mean, like a lot of people don't know that Steve actually lived at my house. You know what I'm saying? His mom's going through a transition, whatever. And when I took off for college, Steve moved into my bedroom. As I left for college, Steve moved into my room. And then it's funny because I left Sanjack early. I came home. I was unhappy with what was going on out there. And I got back to my house. And my mom's like, you can't go in the room. That's Steve's room now. Right. You know, you supposed to be in Texas.
Yeah, right.
What you doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what you doing home? So that's Steve's room. You know, you out there on the couch.
Y'all should pay one-on-one for the room.
It's funny. It's funny that you said that. I mean, because Steve was small back then. Steve hadn't...
No blue.
But Steve didn't catch his growth spurt yet at that time. So that
no blue again.
That wouldn't have been much of a game. But...
It'd have been you.
I'd have had my room back.
Right.
I'd have got my bedroom back. Yeah. If we had to play for the room back.
Why you ain't get bunk beds? Bunk beds, man.
I was supposed to be in school, man.
I was supposed to have been in school. That was the whole point.
Was he going to be on the
top
of
the bus? He called a 26-hour bus ride back.
That's right.
Texas,
I did.
So let's talk about this San Jack thing, man. So you get recruited? So what's the whole deal? You had to go JUCO? What?
Yeah. So
walk us through that.
I didn't qualify coming out of high school.
Shout out to everybody that didn't qualify.
Yeah, I didn't
qualify. To Prop 48.
Prop 48. How the Prop 48.
Yeah. Shout out to Do What You Do. Do what you do.
Sidebar.
Boy, y'all niggas crazy.
I should have. Cheney recruited me to come straight in as a Prop 48 because they could take a Prop 48. You know what I'm saying? I was being recruited by just about all the ACC, for the exception of Duke and Carolina. I was being recruited by all the Big East, for the exception of Georgetown. That was it. Georgetown was like the only school.
Maryland was recruiting?
Maryland was actually my final choice. I wanted to go to Maryland. Maryland wanted me, and I wanted to go to Maryland. What happened was, funny story, we out in Vegas. I'm playing AAU basketball with DC players, and we had just beat Jason Kidd and them by 40 in the championship. And so we all in the hotel room, and everybody's like, yo, we should all go to Maryland. And I'm like, shit, well, that was my school already, so I'm going to Maryland. It's me, Keith Booth, Vaughn Jones, Dwayne Simpkins, who else was with it? Tony Moore.
Was it Johnny Rose that year?
No, Johnny Rose is a year
Before that?
Yeah, a year before me.
Okay.
So we all out Vegas, and everybody's like, you know what? We just won the Nike. That was the first Nike Invitational tournament. We go out there with 6 players. We win the shit, and so we like, yo, we should all go to Maryland. At that time,
What's this, like 98?
this is 91.
Oh, 91.
Summer of 91. And Dwayne was actually on his way to Duke. Dwayne Simpkins was going to go to Duke. You had Kenny out there. Kenny Blakeman was out there.
My shout out to Kenny. I talked to him every day.
Yeah,
My man.
so Poopy was a part of the recruitment of Dwayne, and Dwayne was supposed to be going to Duke. So Maryland kind of thought that they couldn't get Dwayne because it was kind of known that Dwayne was going to go to Duke. So Maryland really poured into me, like, okay, we're gonna get Riley. Dwayne's gonna go to Duke, whatever. And then by the end of the summer, something happened, and Duke dropped Dwayne as far as recruiting him. And so when we all had that conversation, Dwayne was like, yeah, I'm going to go to Maryland. And if everybody going to Maryland, me, I'm like, if you go to Maryland, you're the McDonald's All-American. You know what I'm saying?
Maryland.
You going to Maryland. So it just didn't seem like a good fit for me to try to come to Maryland.
You want to go. It's funny you said that,
Yeah.
Riley. To be honest, it's about going to the right school.
It's about going to the right school.
It's a list that goes on and on that didn't go to the right school.
We should talk about that one. That's
That is a great topic. Great topic.
I'm gonna tell y'all my list right now. I'm gonna give you my list right now.
Oh,
that
people didn't go to the right school?
Who young is right now?
No, back in our days.
Yeah.
Michael Tate didn't go to the right school. There's no disrespect to that school. He didn't go to the right school. Mark Tillman didn't go to the right school. That wasn't his style of play. You know what I'm saying? Chris Wright didn't go to the right school.
And all associated with Georgetown.
And also,
No. But I'm not trying to throw shots at Georgetown.
And
Chucker didn't go to the right school.
Lonnie Harrell didn't go to the right school.
And it's no disrespect to Georgetown. It's just the fact that Charles Herschel, we didn't go to the right school.
Hey, look.
We just said in general, like,
Georgetown.
no. It's not a knock on Georgetown. It's just the fact that you got to put yourself in a position where you feel comfortable with the way you play. You can't pick a. We grew up as fans of Georgetown.
all of us did.
We want to go there. We want to go. It's not a knock on them though, because for real, that's a. You got to think about something though. We look at Duke, North Carolina, and all them joints, right? Syracuse. It's just the fact that we not from there. Georgetown is a big ass school, nationwide, Joe. To grow up as a kid, and you can that shit right there, like 10, 15 minutes away from you.
Yeah.
And you see this motherfucker on TV. You mean to tell me you don't want to fucking go there? So a lot of people go there out of spite, just saying I'm going to Georgetown.
No.
It just had to be the right situation.
You know what it is like if it's the right situation. At the
That's what I
right
said.
time.
It's the right situation.
Like, I would went to Georgetown if it was out of town. If it was the right situation for him.
I respect what
Yeah,
you're saying, but
yeah.
at the same time.
But when you homegrown and you got all that pressure on you and it represents your town.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like you saying what I'm saying.
I
really.
know where I wanted to go. And we can talk about that on a different interview.
No, we can talk about it now.
Yeah, I know where I wanted to go.
Where did you
Where do
want
you
to
want
go?
to go?
UConn.
Why didn't you go there?
Huh?
Why didn't you go there?
There's a lot of shit.
No,
man.
because I'm telling you.
The bag.
And I'd have been in Maryland
right,
if they
the
wasn't on probation.
Get what I'm
See
saying.
what it was? Maryland went on probation the year I came out.
Get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you was committed there.
What I'm saying
You
is.
submit.
What I'm
committed to
saying
Maryland
is,
too.
what I'm saying is,
You supposed to go to Maryland with me too.
You don't grow up
Hey.
not wanting to go to Georgetown.
No, hell
You,
no.
no,
That's
th-
all
no.
back
You don't grow up. You don't grow up passing the opportunity down.
No.
So what I'm saying is,
people.
people make decisions on just because it's Georgetown,
Right.
Or Duke.
not
or North
because
Carolina, whatever.
of that's the best fit for you. You get what I'm saying? It's like, boom, I gotta get in this blue and gray.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watch Channel 5.
Right.
I watch motherfucking Dave Buckhans and them every night. So looking at that, I'm just saying it's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying you got to go. You just go to the school that fits you, not to the school you be like, oh, I'm in awe of that school because they on TV. go where it fits you. And I just think that was a major factor. Like you say, we all broke it down. Why is it that many transfers from that school?
Motherfuckers transferring like shit now. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Because
no, I'm saying this
I'm speaking of Georgetown factor because I'm saying John Thompson has done such a great job
of the brand
of wanting kids to go to fucking Georgetown. Earlier kids wanted to go to fucking Georgetown.
You got a Georgetown shirt on there.
Without the looking at this and that. Mm-hmm. I mean it's a fact.
Nah, but people take different paths to go to Georgetown too.
You can take whatever path you want.
You can't get every local player.
I think you misunderstand my point.
Nah, I
only thing I'm
saying what you're saying. You know, everybody. You got people that's signing with Maryland because they lived in Maryland.
Okay.
But they don't fit in Maryland. Now they transferring somewhere else.
Okay.
So I think it happens at every school, not just Georgetown.
Growing up in your area.
I know what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm local to us.
Growing up in your area, local to yourself, in a powerhouse program. It's like, man, I'm going to Georgetown.
You committed to Maryland.
You're not even looking at none of that shit.
Didn't you commit to Maryland too?
No, I ain't saying you're a chicken. I'm saying.
Yeah, people, I know what you're saying now.
People not looking at.
No.
The basketball situation.
Right. I'm just saying, you growing up as a kid and a fan of that school.
Because of the brand.
Right. It's like a nigga that make the league and say, I want to play in my hometown. Look at LeBron with Cleveland.
Some kids that done that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, man, you growing up, that shit right there in your face. That shit, all that. You looking at all that. So you want to go there. Not you, but everybody want to go there. Like, who the fuck don't go?
Just like you live in North Carolina.
And out who the fuck didn't want to go in our
Yeah.
No like, matter, are y'all fucking serious? Like, national recognition.
Right.
Final Fours on the regular and all that shit. And they recruit you.
But you ain't even saying black
coach. A black coach.
With all black players.
All black players.
No,
and now
we're
an icon coach.
Right.
Yeah.
A motherfucking coach for real is saying.
There's a lot of good players that got out of here.
That's all I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, how you gonna not want to go there?
They did.
Yeah, you just gotta go to the right school. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with Georgetown.
But it goes back to what we talk about when people that's helping you make the decision. Because a lot of times it's a favor, things that's done to make you feel like you got to go there, and maybe you knew it wasn't a good fit.
That boils down to go to the right school.
Hey, look, I used to get told all the time. They used to always tell me all the time, man, when it came to Byway, like, play for the black coach, man. You know, like, they was on that black fight the power shit, but they got put on probation. So I couldn't do it.
They wasn't on
That's why I commend Walt. You know, Walt stayed there. That's what made him like a savior, you know, because he stayed there when they wasn't even no tournaments.
Because Walt was that good. It didn't
matter.
It didn't matter.
Yeah. Some people don't matter.
Walt was that good to be like, I'm going to be, no matter what. I can go to motherfucking.
He just tore the shit down. You know what I'm saying?
Walt, like, I can go to motherfucking anywhere.
So then you saying Jack, you do the saying Jack thing, so you did what for a hot second? Like, so what happened?
Yeah, so I went out to San Jack. So like I said, everybody that went to Maryland. Stacey Robinson, little Stacey Robinson, didn't qualify. Like I didn't qualify.
He's a bad boy too.
Hell yeah. Michael Lloyd didn't qualify.
Another bad motherfucker.
Me, Michael Lloyd, and Stacey Robinson all played AAU DC players.
Stacey was gonna go where? He
was gonna go to Maryland.
No, he was signed to Maryland.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go one of the big time.
Stacey committed to Maryland. Stacey committed to Maryland at the fall going into his senior year. And then Stacey didn't even fucking play his senior year basketball. Didn't play at all. Played one game against Expert Hip Harper Prep down Georgetown. Nigga took his jersey off, and walked off the floor. So anyway, so when I didn't qualify, I went out to San Jack with Mike and Stacey. So we all go out there. Carl Turner's already out there. Avis Willis was already out there.
Sweat out there?
Avis Willis was nice, man.
Sweat Bills out there?
Sweat had just left. Sweat had just left.
Sam just left.
Sam had just left, yeah. So at that time, before I had gone to San Jack, my last five schools, I don't know, was Maryland, Temple, Villanova, UConn, and Providence. Did I say Florida State?
Mm-mm.
Maryland, Temple, Florida State, Villanova,
Okay.
Providence. Or UConn.
Providence, or UConn. They were,
Right.
both kind of right there. And so when I left and went to San Jack, so when Maryland didn't work out, I verbal to Florida State. I verbal to Florida State. Should have gone to Temple, but I'm verbal to Florida State. I get out to San Jack, and my paint branch assistant coach had just become the grad assistant at Mount St. Mary's, and he and I were very close, Cliff Warren. And so Cliff, right. So Cliff and I were talking, and Cliff was like, what kind of classes are you taking up there, blah, blah, blah. So I read to him my schedule, my transcript, and he's like, why are you taking those classes? That shit ain't going to transfer nowhere. Like, you just, basket weaving, it was a bunch of bullshit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, why are you taking them classes? So I talked to assistant coach at Florida State. He asked me the same thing. Well, what kind of classes you taking? So I told him my schedule, whatever. He's like, that shit ain't going to, that ain't about nothing. Why are you taking them classes? So they tell me you need to go to your academic advisor and have them, make the changes to your schedule. But the academic advisor was the coach. You see what I'm saying? So there was kind of a conflict of interest. So when I went to him and was like, hey, I need you to change my schedule because these schools are saying that, my classes ain't going to transfer. You know what I'm saying? This ain't going to work. I need you to change my schedule. He's like, I'm not changing shit. And then he's like, you know how many motherfuckers done came through here and done gone off to college? Like, calm the fuck down. Everything's going to work out. Like, just do what I told you. Get back in the gym and, everything's going to work out. Don't worry about it.
Boy.
Basically, could have said that. You feel me? And so I was on some
No blue?
Yeah.
No blue.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I said to him, I fucked up in high school. And I'm really out here to try to do the right thing, get myself together so I can go to a 4-year school and play big-time college basketball. And I said to him, I don't feel like you're in my best interest if you're not willing to change my classes. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't do that. So we kind of had a standoff, and I'm like, well, I don't want to play here if you're not going to, do what's going to help me get to, Florida State, because that's where I wanted to go. And so I basically gave him an ultimatum. I'm like, I'm going to stay here for another 3 days, but, if you're not trying to change my schedule or nothing like that, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave. I'm going to go home, which is what I did. I ended up going home. And then Tallahassee Community College, Donnie Gross contacted
Donnie Gross, my
Tallahassee
fucking
Community
man.
College. And Donnie Gross had me, he actually drove me down to Tallahassee to go there. And that
Donnie Gross ain't that bad.
Donnie had, what's funny is that I didn't realize that Donnie was only like 3 years older than us. You know what I'm saying? While we playing for Donnie, we 17 years old. Donnie like 22 years old.
DC players.
DC players.
With the bag.
Games for him.
And
With the bag.
Mob.
With the bag.
Listen, man, Donnie
Lunch for
got
everybody.
Donnie got,
bag.
Yeah, Donnie got the best players out of Baltimore, best players out of PG County, got me out Montgomery County. Like, Donnie put a hell of a team together. So, so I went out to Tallahassee, and I'm out there for like 3 months. That shit don't work out. I come back home for Christmas, and that's a whole nother story. I ain't gonna get into that right now. It's too long. But anyway,
We got time.
we got that kind of time?
We got time.
So I go out to Tallahassee Community College. They put me in a house. I can't go to school because classes have already started. Because when I left San Jack, it's like the end of October. So it's mid-semester. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I come home. My mom is like, Steve's in the room. You can't have your room. And she's like, you don't have no job.
Shout out to Steve.
So my mom was like,
Debo.
you ain't got no job, and you ain't in school. So my mom was like, you gotta get the fuck. You gotta roll out. So my mom puts me out. I stay with my homeboy that night, and I went to go see Springbrook and Blair playing each other. And when I was at the game, Mount St. Mary's coach, assistant coach, Don Anderson, was in the gym. And I helped Don recruit Chris McGuffey.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So me and Don had developed a relationship because he used me to get to Chris. You know what I'm saying? And actually, as I helped Don get Chris to Mount St. Mary's, in return, Don sent his wife to me to help me study for the SAT.
Oh.
So that was
He sent his wife to you.
he sent his wife to me. So Don's
He
wife
sent his wife to you to do what though?
to help me study
Okay,
for the SAT.
What times we gotta study?
All that was going on was studying.
Okay, I'm studying what though? I'm not sending my
Yeah, that's what he did.
to
Post moves, what's y'all studying?
That's what he did. And she was mad.
on the
She
screen.
was
y'all
bad.
know,
You hear me?
UCLA's cut.
Hey, sir.
Post up.
Hey, sir.
so he sent his wife to
He
you.
sent his wife to me. She would come to
Okay,
my house every Sunday.
Wow.
She would come to my house every Sunday.
To pray or to lay?
No. She would sit down with me and she would help me study.
To pray or to lay? Like to pray or to lay though?
Nah, so he knew.
No, you never answered the question.
I said no. Neither.
Okay,
Neither.
The chill.
Just
The
to
chill.
study.
Okay.
To study.
Study what though?
The Bible. Amen. Amen. Amen.
So
God's good.
he sent your wife to you every Sunday.
Every
Like,
Sunday.
okay.
Every Sunday, son.
Every Sunday, like every Sunday. So
Every
you was
single
good every
Sunday.
Sunday. Every Sunday you good.
She came to my
Every
house.
Sunday you good though. Like every Sunday.
Good.
Good job, brunch.
No.
Yeah, like
No.
mimosas.
Netflix before Netflix.
Pancakes and waffles.
Yeah.
Pancakes and waffles, yo. I mean,
I'm trying to tell you.
How you
son.
like your eggs? Like,
over easy.
yeah.
This is how it went down,
Medium,
son.
like, you know.
This is how it went down.
Scrambled hard with cheese.
Hey, love, stop laughing at us, Slim. I'm trying to tell a real story.
All right, so look, so clearly you passed the SAT.
I did.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh shit.
That's
I'm
what I'm
distracted like a
saying.
motherfucker.
Wow, red cup, baby. Don't get no better than this, man.
shit.
Don't get no better.
God damn, yo.
Hey, is the coast clear, man?
Oh, it's everything, Curt.
I had to get away from you guys for a minute.
No. You missed.
After that one,
Yeah, you missed.
Hey, look,
These motherfuckers
That
lunch.
is funny as shit. But it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Because you got a bucket. Regardless, you end up getting a bucket. But tell us, before you end up getting a bucket, tell us.
I went through a
What
ton
happened
of
before you
shit.
got
This
the
is
bucket?
the red cups been filmed in Jamaica. This is different basement. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But shout out to whatever they talking about.
Oh, shit.
Hey, cut, man. Cut.
Hey. All right, so the SAT was a complete fail. SAT was a
They come on the screen and rolls. They come on the screen.
So he sent his wife to me to help me study because I helped him get Chris. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened. So when my mom kicked me out the house and I saw him in the gym, he comes to me. He's like, "What are you doing home? I thought you was insane, Jack. You know why you here in Maryland?" And I'm like, "Man, you know things ain't work out. I came home. You know my mom kicked me out the house. You know I don't really know what I'm gonna do right now.
I'm twisted.
You know." So he tells me, "If you tell me you come to Mount St. Mary's, nigga, I'll get you in school tomorrow."
Wow.
And I'm like, Mount St. Mary's? Like, where the fuck is Mount St. Mary's at? He's like, oh, it's an hour away. You close enough that you can get home if you need to get home.
So you talking about the people that sent you to people?
Yes. I'm talking about him.
Okay.
So he tells me, if you come to Mount St. Mary's, I'll get your ass in school tomorrow. You won't be living in your boy's apartment. You have a fucking meal plan.
Yeah, so he trying to get you away from his speaker. He trying to get you the fuck away from his motherfucker. Motherfucker send you anyway. Get the fuck away. Get the fuck
No,
out.
he's telling me to come to play for
Get out. Yeah,
him.
he tell you to go to town. Get the fuck out of town. He's telling you get the fuck out of town
Baby, if you come
and
to
get away
Mount
from my
St. Mary's,
people. Fuck.
He tells me I'll get you.
He's telling you to get the fuck away from my peoples, man.
I'll give you a fucking meal plan.
Yeah, all that. Get the fuck away. Get
So
the
you was
fuck
thinking about
away.
the food like shit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, we eat
Right,
3 times a day.
JB.
No more oodles and noodles.
No more
JB.
noodles.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
JB, hey JB. The dude worked this shit and said, I'm gonna send
You
you.
get away from my people.
Yeah, just get
Listen,
far as where you can.
The studying ain't working.
Get
So hold on,
Highly
though.
unsuccessful.
So
You said highly unsuccessul.
yeah,
So you thought about that meal plan. Meal plan was looking
fucking right.
quite righteous.
Eating
Quite
3
right.
times a day. Yes,
You
sir.
was thinking hooping, but you was thinking food.
I was thinking survival.
This
I was
sponsored by Womb Productions. Ricky Gordon Sr. Sponsored by Ricky Gordon Sr. It's sponsored by Ricky Gordon Sr.
no, I was thinking merely
This is a
survival.
special Womb Production.
And then he tells me
To get the fuck on.
we're playing Florida State.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's like, we play Florida State next year. He tells me we're playing Georgia Tech.
Oh, yeah,
So he makes it seem like the schedule is going to
Yeah,
be like
yeah,
a
yeah,
national
yeah.
big-time schedule.
Hawaii won the schedule? Vegas done that shit. That motherfucker wanted you to fuck away.
Rest in peace, coach. Now, don't listen to this nigga, coach.
Oh man.
I ain't hear this nigga Riley say.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all was getting that money though, playing.
Yeah.
So,
School get that money.
So did you have to sit out that first semester? So you sat
so
out
I
that
had
year.
to, I had to sit out a year and a half because what happened was when I left Sanjak, he didn't release me.
Got it.
So he was like, I'm not going to release you. So if you go, you fucking go. And you got to deal
So
with
that
the
year's
penalty.
already-
I thought JUCOs didn't have that option though. I thought if you go to sign with D1, they can't stop you from doing that.
I don't know how it is now.
Oh, okay.
But back then,
Oh, okay.
I had to get released
Yeah, they
in
can-
order for that to happen.
He had to get a clearance from the
Yeah.
and don't get the fuck away from my
Yeah,
people.
so-
you look at it.
When he didn't do that,
Here.
when he didn't do that, I had to end up sitting out a year and a half before I
shit.
could play. Yeah.
How's your company, nigga?
So second semester,
How's your
Second
company?
semester.
you can
How's
play.
your company in that year and a half?
This is Chris McGovern hitting me right now.
How's your company in a year and a half?
How's my company?
Yeah, like you was cool.
Up at the school? Nah, I was fucked up.
Wherever you was at, you was cool.
Nah, man, it was
So
fucked
you was practicing though, right?
I couldn't practice. I couldn't do nothing.
Oh my god.
I'm playing
You know,
intramural
trans-
basketball
No,
and I'm going to
I've been
school.
on that campus. It's
Is that
still,
because you was prop? You couldn't play. You couldn't play?
yeah, you
Damn,
can-
you couldn't do
No,
shit.
you can't do nothing.
You can't do
No.
I
nothing.
play intramural.
You can't do a goddamn thing.
Nah,
Go to
nah,
fucking
nah,
class.
That's
nah,
it.
when I set out practice.
Yeah.
You wasn't
I
proper.
played intramural basketball.
No, you set out on the
and I
transfer.
went to
That's
class.
You
different.
can.
Since
I'm
you know-
48.
You can't do shit.
You can't do a goddamn thing
Intramural.
at all.
So is it safe to say?
You know what you do,
say
brother?
when
You just
once
work out on your
you
own.
was clear to
That's
play, you was you had whole you
How many years?
a lot of
you-
built up
how,
anger.
how many years you had to play at St. Michael?
3, right?
I played
2.5, 3.
2.5.
No, okay.
scored a lot of points of it too.
2.5.
Yeah,
At the
he-
one, sir. You always tell me I played the two. I'm a point guard.
Good point guard.
I'm a point guard.
Pure point guard.
I've been
Pure
in that.
point
I've been in
Triple
that.
G.
I've been in
Yeah.
that.
And you strapped him up
Say
too.
triple G.
Yeah.
No, I've been
Two-way
in
guard.
that. I've been in that gym.
But
and
two-way
he
guard.
he all
Yes,
over
sir.
the place up there.
Nah, he
Yes, sir.
Let the league
That's
experience.
see, that's the shit. That's the shit he don't know.
What?
He know I fuck with him. No blue. You know what I'm saying? I got. You know what I'm saying? I know what Riley is
I
gonna
know
do.
who he fuck with. He
You know what
fuck
I'm
with
saying?
Dave, Steve, and Jay.
Out the county, out the Mo County. So
But can I tell a story?
yeah. No, we know. You can say what you want.
I'm gonna tell a story.
Say what you
I'm gonna
want.
tell a story, and then JB, you ask me whatever you want to answer. So, I am playing in the Kennel League, and I'm playing great. I'm 18 years old, whatever. I'm killing the kennel. So
That's where I knew you from, nigga.
we getting ready to play Curt. So, I mean, you know, I'm younger than Curt, you know what I'm saying? But Curt's name, you know, rings all over the city. So that's a big fucking game. You know what I'm saying? You get ready to play Curt Smith. So, everybody's calling me like, oh shit, like you get ready to play Curt. Like, you ready for this shit, nigga? You better play Curt. You better be ready. You better Curt. Curt's gonna go crazy. You gotta be ready for Curt. You gonna play Curt. You gonna play Curt.
This nigga crazy.
So I was like, all right, well, fuck it. We
Curse
go.
somewhere the ice cream truck.
I'm telling you,
He had the ice cream truck.
remember playing the J. What time we played? You know that?
With a toasted almond bar on the motherfucker.
Hey, coming to the game.
Loaded
Already coming to the game. Gonna be in the
with
game.
a loaded glizzy with the motherfucking chili and cheese on that motherfucker with the extra slab.
Gonna be late to the game. No plan to get there.
Right. Motherfucking chocolate eclair on the side and shit. You know what I'm saying? They drop 56 and shit. I already know your little shit, man. A bowl of chili and shit out of motherfucking 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? Or the complimentary cup. You already know your shit. You already know your shit.
Crazy.
So, night before the game, you know, niggas is out moving around out in the street.
Shout out to marijuana.
Niggas is like, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not hanging out. I ain't doing nothing tonight. Nigga, I got to go down to Georgetown, play Curt tomorrow. I'm going to get down there. I ain't fucking around. I ain't doing nothing. So Vaughn Jones hit me the night before. Like, he like, nigga, you got Curt. Like, you ready for this or whatever? I'm like, nigga, we going to find out. Like, Curt going to show up. I'm going to show up. We going to find out when we get down there. So I get down there a little bit early, you know, stretching, loosen up, whatever. I know what I'm getting ready to get myself into. Curt don't show up at all. Don't even show up to the game. All right, so whatever. Played a great game, whatever. So maybe a year later, 2 years later, I don't know, we playing in I don't know, you know, Georgetown used to put these pro-am games together, these little games together, whatever.
Yeah.
And so...
They did a good job of that shit.
Yeah, those were really good games.
Yeah,
yes, sir. Great matchups.
Yeah.
So...
That's when he fried y'all ass.
So I'm playing. I'm playing. It's me.
Yes, indeed.
I think Jerome Williams is out there.
Fried
Curt.
y'all.
It was you know it was matchups all over the place.
We went to Houston.
Not on me.
That
Man.
was the after party.
We went to
You played too much?
So
Nah, I came in. It was third quarter. It was like, man, your man got 50.
no sir, no
said,
sir.
what?
Not in the game against us. No sir,
what?
no sir. That didn't
I
happen.
don't know who that was.
That was somebody else, not us. But anyway,
You said he didn't show up when he played.
no, he didn't show up at all when we played the first time.
Barbecue.
But in this little matchup game where they set the whole shit up or whatever, we playing against Curt. I know it's a big game. I get to the gym. Both fucking bleachers is crowded or whatever. So I'm like, oh yeah, this some real shit right here. So we play the game. You know, the game's going back and forth, whatever.
Is he playing?
Curt's playing now.
This is the second time.
This is the second time. And it's packed. You know, everybody's everywhere. And so I come down and I score. They inbound the ball to Curt. Curt's coming up the floor. He like, good shot, Rowley. And I'm like, this nigga knows my fucking name.
I knew you was back in the day. No, you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I always knew you was when you was fucking at your high school. I followed basketball. So every time the Ken League was like you got to know your opponent. You know what I'm saying? I always knew who Riley Inge was. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know you personally.
Right.
I always knew my opponent, and I think that was my edge over a lot of people. I always knew who guys were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about no, hey, I hang out with you, this and that. You know what I'm saying? I got my homies that I hang out with. I got my James and my Charlie Moe.
Right.
These back in the day niggas. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? We gonna do what we do. No blue. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do what we do. You know what I'm saying? But I always, and that's the same story I told Greg Jones back in the day. I always knew you were, Greg. I just never introduced myself to you. You know what I'm saying? I did my studies and my films on a lot of people, no blue, just to let them know, like, I know y'all. I heard about all y'all.
You know what's going on.
I'm just letting y'all motherfuckers know, like, because basketball, it's a fraternity.
It is.
I know y'all.
And
We ain't got to hang out with each other, but I know y'all. I know. My whole thing is I'm not going to go a day, like, and let a day go by and say, I don't know James Bryson, I don't know Ryan, I don't know Charlie Moe,
Right.
I don't know motherfucking Robert Frost, I don't know, you know, I know all these guys, I know Greg, I know these guys.
Yeah.
So I studied back in the day, and that's what people don't get from me. I look at that shit, and I study like games, I study names. Like,
Right.
if your name out there,
Then you know.
evidently you can do something.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about the game. I wasn't worried about your game. The game didn't mean nothing to me. But I respect game if your name even came up in
respect
conversations.
Names, yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you
You know
say
what I'm
that
saying?
though, because we don't, even though a lot of bad kids or grown men now that were under us,
Mhm.
we always looked up to the older ones.
Yeah,
We wouldn't give the
yeah,
younger kids
yeah.
props around a lot of people.
And that's
Right.
real, and that's real
Right.
talk.
Well, you know what,
You
though?
got, it's
That is
special
real.
here,
That's
man.
real
I'm
talk.
telling
Hell
you.
yeah.
This
real,
is
though.
special, man.
Listen,
I'm telling you.
you probably remember this.
I-
I don't know. You probably remember this too. But when Blair had their summer league,
Oh,
the Blair
man.
Summer League?
Yes,
What?
indeed. What?
yeah. So that was the first time I played against
people
you.
sitting upstairs.
Yes,
Blair,
sir.
Blair,
Yeah.
Blair,
Yes, sir.
Blair was the summer
Carolina's
league that
playing
people went
That's right.
to. I just sit with
How that
friends.
work
and all-
out for you?
Yeah.
Blair was the
I played
Yeah.
with yeah. But nah, I mean that Blair Summer League had everything. So you had
Yeah, motherfucker,
you
Blair
had
Summer League
Coolidge,
like
you
that.
had Carroll, you had Dunbar,
Blair
Man.
Summer League was all of it.
Man,
the Mather. Wasn't Gonzaga in it?
Mackin.
Mackin.
Yeah,
Joe, this Blair Summer League was the shit.
Yeah.
Gonzaga was the only one in it.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, I never get the story right. This is some real talk. Before the Blair, we had a game. You got to think I only played Coolidge 1 year, so that was going into my senior year going to Coolidge, right?
Oh yeah.
So we at the house down in Shamrock.
Yeah.
Me and my big brother, we get into it. Me and Smith, get into it. Boom, we big fight. We just bullshitting around like over some. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
So Smith stole the shit out of me, right?
Yeah.
Boom, I'm a little brother. Boom. I said I gotta go Blair with a motherfucker and a little dot on my eye.
Yeah.
So Coach Jarrell, rest in peace, my motherfucking man, love him to death. Called me. He was like, man, I'm on my way. Come. I said, man, don't come and get me. I'll meet you up there. He was like, nah, you ain't gonna show up, man. I'm not letting you on your own, motherfucker. Show this game. It was we. No, I'm saying he said we got up. We was playing somebody that night, a good ass team.
Yeah, y'all lost that night.
No, we won that night.
No, y'all didn't.
No, y'all beat us up on Coolidge.
But y'all lost to
No, y'all beat us up Coolidge.
y'all lost to Dunbar.
No, that was that game. I'm saying. I know what you're talking about. That was
Now
that
y'all
game.
lost to Math. You
Not-
bust the Math ass
not-
up there.
not in
Blair
that game, what
No,
I'm
the
trying to tell you.
semifinal game.
Not that game. What I'm trying to tell you about
Alright.
that particular game, I wasn't going to show up. I was like, man, I ain't going to motherfucker. Smith practically showed he the big brother. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to fuck that nigga up, though. You know what I'm saying? And
You
boy,
go up there with a dotted eye.
yeah, I'm going to
shit.
dot eye.
Listen, get up there.
I
and
took
play.
that shit out on another team and getting like
Mad as a motherfucker.
30-something. I say, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Came back, and then we lost in the playoffs to
Math.
DeMatha. Yep. That was a
we
game.
beat
Yeah,
Math.
yep. I'm like,
Now, we beat
man,
Dunbar.
Blair Summer League, Joe,
Yeah, that
was
joint be jam-packed.
was the fucking.
Niggas catching cramps now.
That was the next receiver friend.
Bitching
Hot
it.
as a
Niggas
motherfucker.
catching cramps.
Eddie Sauce
Sauce
joint was like the
Eddie
Big
Sauce
East.
joint was
Blair
like
was
that.
like the ACC.
Yeah.
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 That's
You know what I'm saying? That shit was like that.
That's
That
what
shit
it
was
was.
like
Yeah.
incredible.
Yes, it was.
That shit was incredible, Joe.
It wasn't a day I wasn't going without shooting.
Yeah.
That shit was incredible, Joe.
Your shit was clicking.
Every fucking
Yeah,
game
it
was
was
a
an
big game.
everyday thing,
Every
Joe.
game.
Every
dog.
day.
Get that
yeah.
good bump.
Yes, sir.
You boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
See, that's I know my opponents.
right.
And now I know who hooping.
I was in the gym.
It wasn't about playing against. I just studied everybody play basketball. That's just been in my motherfucking whole situation for a long ass time. I know who play basketball.
Hey, G, I'm out here, G. Shout out to Terry Francis. I'm out here,
You know what I'm
brother.
saying? That's just how I do.
I'm out
You
here.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't. You can't name certain motherfuckers without about their game. If their name out there,
Then you know.
yeah.
And
that's the funny-
out there for you,
I call Greg Jones nephew. Me and him call each other nephew. You know what I'm saying? That's just man's conversation. And I said, Greg, a long time ago, you got to study your opponent. Like, you got to know the motherfucker dribbling one time to the left and coming back to the right. Certain niggas' games are so
Everybody
predictable.
got a tendency, y'all.
You know what, though?
But some of us can't be stopped, though. Some people can't be stopped.
Because they just...
With a scouting report, some people still can't be stopped, you know what I'm saying? But I always tell my man G Wiz, like, look, man, that nigga gonna dribble that motherfucker 1 or 2 times to the left and come back with that motherfucker on his right and cut that bitch off and you good. And he couldn't understand what I was saying. But I was telling him, I don't only study basketball as far as like on TV, I study homies basketball.
Yeah, tendencies, too.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying, like, me and Charlie Moore used to play no blue. We go hoop, you know what I'm saying? And he know my situation where I wanted to rock at. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, man, it's 10 up. Boom. Go, right now, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know his situation was, let's get it started. Let me run off like 3 or 4 straight, or 5 or 6 straight. Boom, we good. But he might run like 10 or 12. I'm like, damn, let's go. I get watching this motherfucker tripping tonight. You know, like this motherfucker done ran off. I don't gotta do shit. So me being a decoy was great. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker right here was running off buckets on some crazy situations that motherfuckers don't even know. No, like real talk. No, like this nigga was cooking like a motherfucker.
No, you used to cook, yo.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you came to Chavez one day on your later years, like way late. So Malcolm and crazy man rallied him. I said, let me go really watch this motherfucker play basketball. You was just coming off screens, bam, boom. You was freeing up and all that, boom, boom. Seen you play back in the day.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker is a bad motherfucker. He can score this basketball, like for real, with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at, but that was in your later years. In a sense, in general,
right? And
I was just picturing your early years, like, so that's motherfucking Riley Inge. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And everybody was saying, Riley, a bad motherfucker. So let me see him. So I talked to V-Pool one day. Stamp all the way.
Right.
I seen you back in there. I said, he laid back. He don't be aggressive.
Right.
Boom, boom. And efficiency beats aggressiveness to me.
No, I remember we used to come down Simeon League. I was like 15.
He was cooking.
Right. Me and my dad, you had Vaughn was always
cooking.
Bethel's older brother, the one that played it was
Eric.
I always been that joint cooking.
Yeah. But you know what though? So kind of back to what JB was saying, like kind of having a chip on my shoulder. One of the things that I took pride in was that I was going to guard the best player.
Right.
Whoever it was. You know what I'm saying? So like if it was Henry Hall on the floor, I got Hall. Like when we playing pickup or we down Herbo or whatever, I got the best player.
He said, God bless you.
God bless. God bless America.
Check Henry. Henry Hall, my motherfucking
etc.
I'd go get Henry Hall. I'd go get Curt Smith. I'd go get Greg Jones.
Hallelujah.
I'd go get Keith Veeney. I'd go get whoever was the best guard on that team.
That's good.
That's who I was going after.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But kind of like what Curt was just saying, like I really, if Curt was playing against Charlie, I was at the game and I was watching what Curt was doing. I was watching what Charlie was doing. And as I'm watching the game, I'm like, okay, well, if I played against Charlie, I'd do this. If I'm playing against Curt, I'd do that. If I'm playing against Greg, I'd do this. If I'm playing against Moochie, I'd do that. You see what I'm saying? So each game that I came into kind of what Curt said, with some information. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching people's tendencies. I'm studying habits. I'm studying what they like to do. And I'm like, okay, so if I play against him, I'm going to try to take that away.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
it's funny you say that, man, because we played y'all up in the Kenner League right before the playoff joint. You Vanderpool. And y'all was talking like shit, Joe. That's why I was like, it was totally different. You was like, man, you got Mo, or he said, man, you got to check Mo.
Yeah.
Vanderpool told you, man, you bullshit, he gonna bust your ass.
Well, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Gus is Dave Vanderpool is probably my favorite teammate to play with. And I say that because he's competitive the way I'm competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say that we was talking, Dave might have been talking.
Yeah.
Because anybody that plays against me would tell you that I ain't talking. I'm just playing. Okay. I'm locked in. I'm focused on what I'm doing.
Dave telling you where to go.
Gus might be a little bit more talkative. Like he said,
that's why he is.
That's why he's about to go keep going.
He was a little bit more abrasive than I was. You know what I'm saying? But he and I were like the exact people. Like we were in sync. So, you know, like I always thought, like even when I was thinking about going to Maryland, I'm like, shit, if me and Johnny Rose get in the same backcourt, motherfuckers ain't scoring on us. Because I'm locked in, he locked in. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too often.
Rose bad dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man, shout out to Johnny Rose. Big country. What's up, champ? Bad motherfucker.
No doubt.
Hey, so take us back to so now you at Mount St. Mary's. So I guess it's a gift and a curse. Blessing that you playing. So
right.
You happy as shit, you got a spot.
Right.
But at the same time, NEC, like shit,
What the fuck is the
D1,
NEC?
yeah, what's the NEC?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where am I? I'm hooping in this shit. Like,
that doesn't mean anything.
So, what I'm saying, you ripped that shit up. So, fast forward. So, as you go, was that part of, I guess, the chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, so
to help you.
So when I came to Mount St., one thing about me is that I've always been about winning. I've never been about numbers. When I was younger, like Boys and Girls Club or middle school, junior high school, whatever, I was like scoring 30 points everywhere I went. You know what I'm saying? I was putting up crazy numbers. But I was all about winning, not the numbers. So when I got to Mount St. Mary's, and Mount St. Mary's had they had just gone Division I maybe 3 or 4 years before I got there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were a good D2 school, but D1 they were struggling. So my thing was, if I get to Mount St. Mary's, I want to win. I want to do something they've never done. I want to win the tournament. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do for them. Chris McGuthrie was already there. He was already cooking. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm thinking to myself, I got to somehow not take from what Chris is doing, but as Chris was scoring all these points, they weren't winning. I'm coming in, I want to win. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, I don't want to take from Chris because he's my man. So I want to make sure that Chris still gets what he's trying to get, but I want to win the game. I want to win this. I want to win the regular season. I want to win the NEC tournament. So I came in with that mentality. Looking back on it now, being 43 years old, I regret it because as I've been involved with, say, Markelle Fultz and the whole development of him, I'm understanding now that Ricky Goins, if you want to make it, you got to get your numbers. And it don't really matter a whole lot about how much you win.
Sound like Reggie Williams a little bit. So
you see what I'm saying?
So you could have probably really ripped
I
that.
could have.
You could have really ripped
held
that
back.
shit.
I held back.
You held back.
I held back. I mean, me and Chris McGuthrie in the same backcourt, but I'm the better player. But I'm deferring to him. You see what I'm saying? I'm deferring to him to make sure that he don't lose none of his juice because he was already cooking before I got there. So I don't want him to lose nothing. Plus, I'm just trying to win. So if my team got 81 and you got 80,
y'all complimented each other.
We complimented each other, but
In a
what
good
he
way.
said,
In a good way.
I
But your
held
numbers,
back.
but your
I
numbers are still
sacrificed.
solid as shit,
They
though.
were
Man, you
solid.
like leading the league in steals.
And steals, I was.
When you were
I led my
17,
team.
5 for you,
Yeah,
rebounding
I
as
led
guard.
my team in rebounding,
assists. You
everything.
That's what I'm saying. So,
I did everything across the board, though. But what I'm saying to you is that when I came out of Mount St. Mary's, and I'm, like you said, I'm scoring 17, 18 points a game. I'm getting 6.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. All that's good.
what I'm saying.
But when you coming from a small school, it ain't like today. Today they'll fuck with you coming from a small school. Back then they weren't. So if you coming from a small school,
you played 2 years there?
2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I was instead of scoring 18 points a game, if I was scoring 23, now they're gonna take a look like, well, who's this motherfucker?
No, but back then, no. If you scoring 17, you can score 17 now in college 18.
Your shit was like 17, 5,
You go to 17 now, they gonna take you.
Now, but I'm saying back
You can score 10,
then,
11, 12.
that's what I was doing.
Yeah, no
Take
bullshit.
it.
Yeah,
back then
that's what I was doing back then. I was doing 17.5 back then, but
Right.
I'm just saying, back then I probably should have not sacrificed. I sacrificed my game for wins.
Right.
You see what I'm
Winning
saying?
didn't get
Instead for yourself.
Yeah, instead of
That's
going
not
for
bad,
myself.
though. I ain't wrong with that.
I'm just saying, I could have been someplace else if I was a more aggressive or selfish type
Right,
guy.
right. I know,
You know what I'm saying? If I was doing
definitely
24,
what you're
25,
saying.
Hall of Fame.
yeah. I'm in the Hall of Fame.
But that's what I'm saying. So
That's
think
what's
about that
good.
shit, though. I mean,
Hall of
even
Fame
when you put-
of your
Yeah,
spread.
you put it in perspective, Slim.
Yeah,
Like, even all
in
that.
2.5 years,
Hall of Fame
Hall
of
of
your
Fame.
spread.
yeah,
That's
I'm
some
Hall of
real-
Fame and all century out there.
Bad
Think
motherfucker.
about that. I mean, still think about that.
That's some
Holding back.
hell of a
Think
shit.
about this shit, yo. You holding back, Slim.
Right.
Motherfucking Hall of Fame up that bitch. That gotta be a con. I mean,
Nah, you know what? I was proud of it. I was proud of going into the Hall of Fame. I was proud of going to the All Century team that they put together before the Hall of Fame. It's a funny thing though about the Hall of Fame. My ex-wife was in the Hall of Fame because she played at Mount St.
shout out to Vanessa.
Vanessa
Shout out to
Blair.
Lavo Lines.
Absolutely,
All day.
Vanessa Blair. She was a standout player at Mount St. Mary's, and so when she and I were together, and you had to be 5 years or something like that removed before they put you in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my son at the time used to always see Vanessa like on the plaque. And he'd be like, Dad, but you was, how come you not in the Hall of Fame? But, it wasn't time yet or whatever.
Right.
So it was big for me to finally
slick.
get into it, you know what I'm saying? So
that's
that he
slick.
could be like, yeah, okay, my dad is up there too, you know what I'm saying? So,
I guess I would want to just segue into that. Like, so speak about, I guess, the transition of, obviously men's basketball. You coached against women. How was that experience? You coached women's basketball.
Yeah, so I coached. So when I came out of Mount St. Mary's, I went overseas, and then I came home, and I hadn't finished my degree yet. So I called up to Mount St. Mary's, and they had worked it out that anytime I wanted to finish my degree, they kept me on scholarship.
They got you
until I finished.
They got you,
you know what I'm saying?
They got you.
Yeah. So
they rewarding you for what the fuck you did for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I came back, they let me come back to school. I finished up, and at that time I was coaching the men. I was a grad assistant, they called it, but I hadn't graduated yet.
Gotcha.
But they was calling me a grad assistant, so I was coaching the men. Then I went to Albert Einstein in Montgomery County. I was the head coach.
I was at Wheaton.
That's when you was at Wheaton, right?
Yeah.
And I was the head boys basketball coach. But I wanted to get into college. I wanted to get into coaching college basketball, and so Vanessa had just lost her assistant coach. She and I were dating at the time. She had just lost her assistant coach, and she was like, "Look, I know you're trying to get into college. You know what I'm saying? I got a spot right now if you want to take it, but you be working for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you gonna take that.
Right.
But I want to get into coaching college basketball.
So
That's what I wanted to do.
working for your wife.
I was working. Well, she was my fiance at the time.
You working for your wife.
Working for your wife.
So
So
we want
Right.
to ask you before you.
Okay.
There's guys that run the house and guys that run around the house. Which
Right.
one were you?
both.
Hey, he was running over screens. He was running over screens.
Triple screens.
I was both.
Lock and trail.
Curls.
But it was funny because coaching, that was my first time coaching girls basketball. I never coached girls in my life. And the thing about coaching girls basketball is that they do exactly what you tell them to do.
Man, they do exactly.
They're literal.
You know what I'm saying? They're literal.
The women are literal.
They are literal, dog.
No, I'm gonna shut
They're
up.
very literal.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
They do exactly what you tell them to do. So if you don't
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Andre Bolton. Let's
Andre
go
Bolton.
Warriors.
Hey Joe. Hey Joe.
Nah, they
shout out to the good girls. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So they do exactly what you tell them to do. So if you don't finish telling them what you want them to do, you know what I'm saying? So it really enhances your coaching.
That's real life shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So it enhances your coaching because you got to tell them everything because they don't really have no ad lib. You know what I'm saying? They just do what you say. You told me to stand right here. You didn't tell me to cut. So I'm standing right here. You know what I'm saying? The other thing is I learned that they care so much about pleasing, especially a male coach. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the girls who moved to Atlanta. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they don't want you mad at them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it
they
kind of break down when you go in on them,
Yeah,
when you cussing, when you mad.
It's like you just like when they catch you with a nub, bro.
Oh shit.
And they be like, yeah, I can do anything. Shout out to all y'all. You know what I'm saying?
He's terrible.
He's terrible.
He is absolutely terrible.
I'm trouble with truth. I'm trouble.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble Smith.
Nah, I ain't had them.
Yeah.
When they catch you,
Trouble man.
Hell no, man. Tell us about, did y'all make the tournament when you were there?
Yeah. We won the NCAA tournament as my junior year.
Man, no.
I'm sorry, not the NCAA tournament.
Don't say
NEC
that.
tournament. Thank
We
you.
got some people on here be saying some wild shit.
Right.
Don't say that.
No. So we won the NEC tournament my junior year, and then my senior year we won the regular season tournament, and we got upset in the
finals.
in the semifinals.
So
In
how
the
many
semifinals.
gold watches you got?
One.
Okay, all right.
One.
Who y'all lose to in the
NIT shit they
tournament?
gave us, I ain't.
Who'd y'all lose to in the NCAA,
that-
NCAA tournament?
We lost to Kentucky. Kentucky in '95.
Who they had?
They had
Everybody.
Tony Dell.
How much y'all lose by?
It was ugly.
Hey, man, I'm a witness.
They lost by 40.
Hey,
as
I'm
well.
a witness.
To
I'm a
Kentucky.
witness, man.
Antoine Walker came off the bench for them that year.
Well, I ain't played
Antoine
against
Walker,
them.
he was a freshman. He came off the bench. They had
Anderson was there too? Derek
Derek
Anderson
Anderson
was
wasn't
gone.
there. No, I don't think he was there. They had
He might
Walter.
have come to the bench.
They had Walter
McCarthy.
McCarthy. They had Tony Delt.
Yeah,
They had the white boy Jeff Shepard. They had Mario.
Yeah, that's why they beat
With
y'all
the
ass
little
by 50.
huh?
They beat you by 50.
Pope. They had the white boy Pope.
That supposed to be
Pope,
the ACC.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had them all.
They had them out. That team, that Kentucky team was supposed to have won it. They got beat by I think Carolina.
That's a mob, though.
Yes, sir.
How was that
And-
overseas thing, man? You was over in Finland, man.
Yeah.
You made a couple rounds. You in the
Who was taking
Netherlands.
Finland?
I was in Anacostia. You had just left, I think. You and Curt Lee was over there at the same time, right?
Won that motherfucker.
You had just left when I got there.
Topo in the house. Yeah. Topo in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Bag.
I was in Finland, and I got over there in '98. I was Player of the Year. I was Import Player of the Year. And I'm gonna tell you how else you and I connected. When I came, so I was with Jeff Freed.
That's right.
And Nate Peak.
Nate Peak. Shout out to Nate.
Shout out to Nate Peak.
Nate.
So I was with them, and you was with them. Yeah. And so
give my money back.
No bullshit. When I came back from Finland, you know, I'm Import Player of the Year. I'm thinking, okay, this is a good jump. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting ready to jump into something else. And Steve was just getting drafted. You see what I'm saying? Steve was getting drafted. They was trying to push Jason. You know what I'm saying? They had Curt on the roster. I think Sweat was on the roster. Was Sweat with us?
James Collins.
Shout out to Sweat, yeah.
James Collins.
James Collins. And the one from GW, right? What's the dude name?
Kwame
Evans.
Yes. Kwame was with us, yeah.
Baltimore, GW.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. And so what was happening was that I was waiting on my next job. Like the Finland situation, okay, I'll play of the year, you know, this, that, and the other. They wanted me to come back.
Stepping stone.
That's you know what I'm saying? I was ready to step into something way, you know, something right. But they was like really locked in on Steve. Everybody was excited that Steve was getting drafted, everything else. And then, you know, Jason was behind them.
Jason was Charlotte that year, right?
Well, he ended up in Charlotte.
Yeah.
He did the CBA, he did the Charlotte shit, so they were pushing Jason.
I remember that shit.
Curt was on the roster. And so I was kind of feeling like, where's my next job? Where's my next contract? Like, Steve is going to do what Steve going to do.
Don't even pay him that much.
Yeah, you ain't
you got to work for him.
You got to work for him. You got to work for Riley, though. Right. Riley needs some help. You see what I'm saying? And so Steve is good. They pushing Jason. Curt getting some attention. You know, and I think, Darren was trying to get on.
Darren was on there,
He was on. Yeah. He was on. Darren was with us. And so, like, you know, me and Darren was like, you know, best friends or whatever. So Darren and I was super close. And so what was happening was that Darren would be like, yeah, you know, they just told me about this team over here, but I turned down the contract. I'm like, well, how much was it for? And then he told me the number. I'm like, nigga, I take that. Like, what? How come nobody's contacting me? I was just fucking Player of the Year. Like, what's going on? So I ended up cutting Nate and them and just bouncing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it, man. Y'all locked in on Steve, Jason, Darren, Curt, everybody else, and I ain't no priority to you.
I wasn't a priority. Shout out to the low numbers on that motherfucking resume. Shout out to the low numbers on that resume. Around that time.
Right.
Everything worked out. 8, I'm going wait.
That's right. And so, I went out to Finland. I was Player of the Year. Then I ended up going to Iceland. In '99, I actually replaced Keith Veeney. Keith Veeney got cut.
They had some supermodels over there? Or?
They did. Lord have mercy. Oh, man.
Yeah, shout out to Iceland.
Shout out to Reykjavik.
Iceland, you got any kids over there?
No kids.
That you know of?
No kids, sir. No kids.
So shout out to the womb. So you play defense over there?
All day long. All day long.
But you did perform?
I performed. Hell yeah, I performed.
You had the Netherlands.
Yeah, I did Amsterdam. And in fact,
my good Amsterdam.
When I went out to Amsterdam, me and Chris McGuffey were teammates again. Chris was already there. So it was like, you know, like being back home, you got your man with you, you know, your high school, your college teammate and everything else. So that was perfect. We went out there, we tore that shit up, won the championship.
Okay.
And then that's when I got hurt. I actually got hurt.
Shout out to Den Helder. You know that town?
Den Helder, yes sir.
Wow.
Did you play that?
Yeah, I played in a little tournament.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to
He played everywhere. That mother all over the place.
Yeah.
Dan Helder was off the chain. That's all I can tell you about it.
Yeah. But I got hurt though. I hurt my ankle. I hurt my ankle as I was on my way to Iceland. And so what was happening was I played the Iceland shit, finished the season out over there. I killed it. They tried to, bring me back. I didn't want to come back. I'm always looking for something bigger.
Yes, indeed.
Looking for stuff,
no blue. Man, you always looking for something bigger. God damn.
I was looking for...
Sorry, I ain't satisfied you. sorry, I ain't the one for you.
I'm God.
My motherfucker.
I'm God. So I was always looking for a better contract, so I didn't go back to Iceland. The USBL wanted me to come play. I had a team in Jersey. Let's back to this DC shit.
Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I played for Atlantic City Seagulls.
Yeah.
Seagulls.
Oh, USBL.
I played with
USBL.
Mackey.
I love the USBL.
Yeah.
Coach Mackey from Cleveland State.
Most times you get paid every week.
Hey, look.
You
Coach
don't
Mackey.
get paid
Hey,
every week, they about to fold.
Hey, Paul, you remember Coach Mackey right from Cleveland State?
About to fold.
Hey, look. Coach Mackey said he's going left.
USBL.
Going left. I repeat.
I love that.
Going left.
I love USBL.
Yeah.
Scout reports, he was on his shit.
Hey, Joe.
So can't play here in DC because I ain't no DC nigga, so I'm a Montgomery County nigga. So in Montgomery, so you come from Montgomery County, you trying out.
You see that team.
Right.
You ain't free, you know what I'm saying?
professionals.
Right.
Don't play on that team for a little while.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I
Coach
ain't
They
know.
just stop paying.
They ain't stop paying me.
A lot of teams start folding though, man. That's
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Paid in full.
I left when they
We was
left.
out in Miami for like fucking a month. We had home stands. My
Oh,
team
yeah?
come from North Carolina.
Okay.
But both of them stay in the same hotel we was in, right?
Yeah.
This shit was out of control.
Yeah, I played on the Connecticut team, too.
Okay.
We had a ball.
Okay.
Bryson play.
Connecticut.
That is bad.
Yeah, they had the bag for real.
Why you ain't go up there and
Hotels
play?
and everything.
Why you ain't go up there? You ain't.
I did.
Oh, you played up
Hey,
there?
Slim, we had the little free
Yeah.
food shit. And
Yeah.
different little
Who coached the Connecticut team? Because I came up there.
It was Tiny Archibald.
Okay.
He
No.
coached- he coached-
and, Super John was our coach. Super John Williams.
Johnny coached for 1 year up there.
Tiny and Super John.
Man,
Yeah, we had a little mob.
Little Greg Grant took over the team
Tony's good
up in
coach?
Jersey. The Seagulls.
Okay, yeah.
that
Little
shit was
Greg Grant.
funny, yeah.
Tiny was a good coach.
See, I was a Tiny was. I mean, yeah. Tiny
Mike
was.
Boy was getting buckets.
Bad motherfucker.
Yes, he
Tiny
was.
was. Hey, look. Lead the league in scoring and assists.
Man, I played against Smith and them, man.
Hey, look,
Smith
Super
tried to
John
fight
was
it.
on that. Hey, look,
This
Super
one
John was
was
on that
fighting
stat.
every game, yeah.
Super
Smith
John
tried to
Williams
fight a
was from the
7
Nets.
footer,
Yeah,
man.
ABA. He was off the chain. His son was at LSU.
Smith Roger.
No, Smitty tried to fight a 7 footer. I fried them. That team was like that, though. They all pro.
Bryson, how many teams do you think you played for in your life in your pro lifetime?
You say you fried Smith and them?
No, I said Smith and them team was like that.
They was awesome.
Yeah.
What was that? Miami. Miami Heat.
Nah, them niggas was in Florida. MJ
He
Edwards.
said
They-
Smith
they-
fried me.
Florida
I
had a few
said,
teams,
no.
right? Florida had a few teams.
Them states.
No, man, this niggas was getting like 100.
When they in Jacksonville, what was they at?
They was a pro
Roy Jones
team.
Jr. played on one team.
Smith and them.
Yeah, what was that?
Smith and them.
Tallahassee, some
That
shit.
shit was rigged, man.
Smith and them didn't have a payroll.
Jacksonville. Yeah.
That was a pro
Smith,
team.
they had a budget. Irk Muslim was their coach.
That's
They
my
had a
man.
pro
That's
team.
my man.
Everybody that played for them played in the league at some point in time.
That's
Them
my man.
niggas was getting their money up front in advance. It didn't matter, and they was beating the shit out of
What
everybody.
was that? In Jacksonville?
They was in Florida. Nah,
Man,
they was in no, they was in
Sarasota.
yeah,
Sarasota.
and was
Nah, they was boogieing, Joe.
man.
Florida had a few teams. I remember. Yeah.
Nah.
So that's bullshit. Them niggas was dead.
That was the
Somebody
It
best
was like
team
you
in the
played
league.
them, it was like
What was it called?
just
Yeah,
have
they
fun
get
on the
the shit out
trip.
of
Treasure Coast.
Have fun on the trip, and that's it.
I just love on the Florida trip. And because we do Atlanta first. Daryl Armstrong was there. Remember Atlanta? Atlanta had a little.
Treasure
decent
Coast
little
Tropics.
runs,
That's
little
what
squad.
do
Treasure, yeah, Treasure
Treasure
Coast.
Coast.
Yeah, but that wasn't that was the team I was on.
Oh,
Smith and them was on some other shit.
Who
Like,
else was
like
with Smith? Who's on that team?
I just said Jay Edwards.
I hear you say.
It was Smith, Jay Edwards,
Indiana,
nigga,
Jay
Dwayne-
Edwards.
Dwayne Morton, big your
Yo,
man.
he used to cook.
Joe, them niggas was
Ryan
they
crying.
was
Moore from
good
Louisville.
Motherfucker from UNLV.
They had a professional team.
They had the dude from UNLV.
And the only person the only person on my team that was with me was
Anderson.
Everything.
Anderson.
Chris Child?
Anderson High.
no, that wasn't that year. That wasn't that year. We would have bumped them that year. But the year I'm talking about when I had my man from Big Brian something from Texas. One of them
Went to
Texas
Rice.
schools.
Brian Salyer.
Bad, not Brian Sayer, that crazy
No, he went to
motherfucker.
Rice.
The light skinned nigga that was tough.
Houston.
What,
With
the
the Rice.
University
With
of
the
Houston?
Rice.
Man, they had that.
Brent Scott.
Brent
Brent
Scott.
Scott.
My
Scott.
motherfucking
Yeah,
nigga was.
That nigga
Brent
buck.
played with me in
Brent
Atlantic
Scott
City.
was a
We won that shit in
bad
Atlantic City.
motherfucker, Joe.
Yeah.
You get a bucket.
No book moves for days.
He played with me in Italy too. How about that shit?
Moves for
Yeah,
days.
he's my
Bryson,
team.
one thing
Yeah.
we gotta do is show you gotta list every team you ever played for.
Yeah, I played for a lot of teams, though. A whole lot of fucking
That
teams.
nigga name is Lottie Team.
I was,
Is
yeah.
that shit on Eurobasket?
A lot of them are. Yeah. You can find it on Eurobasket for sure.
But we got my man,
Rowdy
motherfucking
Inge,
man, Rowdy Inge in the
That's
house,
the
man.
right here, man.
Coming up them screens.
You know the EuroLeague? Did you ever get to play in like the Courage Cup or something? Did you get to play like outside of Finland?
That, Bryce.
I'm saying outside of Finland.
All right, talked about it. What's up with the Blue Devils, man? How that organization going? Man?
We in a good place right now. All the teams are doing well. Had a good summer. Mm-hmm. Lost some kids. Lost
them to who though?
Say it again.
Lost the kids to who?
Lost.
Just graduate.
Well, yeah. Our 17th to graduate are going to graduate this year, but
shout out to Keith Stevens.
Shout out to Keith Stevens and the team takeover. Same thing with DC Premier. You know, one of the things that you and I talked about, I don't know if you remember this, but remember when we used to go down to Ben's Chili Bowl on Thursday?
Every Thursday. You know I know that. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Fuck yeah. And a lot of shit I was talking to you about actually happened.
It sure did.
And I was just predicting shit like boom.
Yeah.
Boom, yeah.
That's only one over there, yo. That's
hey, man, you got to ain't too many
so you just going to duck the AAU question, huh?
No. Well, I mean, I was getting... I was tired of that.
Me and him just talk all the time about this shit. Like, no bullshit.
Exactly. Me and Curt was talking a lot about that. And in fact, Curtis Malone was, home back then.
At that time.
Mm-hmm. And Curtis used to come to the breakfasts too. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I had just got home from Florida. Me and my wife had just split up, and I came back home. And
you was in Florida.
I was in Florida, because Vanessa had taken Bethune-Cookman, right?
Yeah, what was that, Daytona Beach?
Daytona Beach.
Gotcha.
So I just come home, and my son was playing AAU basketball for Bump and Run.
Pep. Good dude. Shout out to Pep.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Pep.
Shout out to Will.
And my son was not one of the best players.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I came home and I came to watch them practice, I saw that the best players were getting the attention. Mm-hmm. And my son and some of the others weren't getting the attention. And they were all like, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old. They were young, you know what I'm saying? So my perspective was that it don't matter what you win at 10 years old. Like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, why don't... Development. You should be developing everybody. Like, those kids on the side shouldn't be on the side. Yeah. And I'm not just saying that because that's my son. I'm just saying those kids shouldn't be on the side. Like, everybody should be getting some work and some development. Gotcha. So I decided that I wanted to develop kids, develop players, like my son, like some others. And so I came to Keith. Actually, I called Rob Jackson. Shout out to Rob Jackson, founder of the DC Blue Devils. And I reached out to Rob and I said, hey, I want to start a program. Mm-hmm. Rob had just stopped doing, DC Blue Devils. Yeah. And when Rob had the Blue Devils, I was the 17U coach back then. And I reached out to Rob and I said, hey, I want to get back in, but I want to, develop kids, blah, blah, blah. I want to do this. And so Rob said, Riley, before you do something, I think you ought to talk to Keith Williams. Mm-hmm. And Keith was with us, when Rob had the Blue Devils. Mm-hmm. And so Rob was like, I know you and Keith don't know each other like really well, but y'all should talk. Y'all should sit down because I really think that if y'all two got joined together, then y'all could really do a good job. You know what I'm saying? So I reached out to Keith. Me and Keith sat down and talked, and that was when the NBA had gone into a lockout. Mm-hmm. And so Keith was really locked in on DeMarcus Cousins. You know what I'm saying? He had that situation. Yeah. He was trying to figure shit out with DeMarcus or whatever. And I was like, man, I'm trying to get this going or whatever. Keith's like, I'm with you, but, he wasn't really consistent. So I just, I'm going to jump out there without Keith. And I started a program called Metro City Players. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like DC Players, but I wasn't sure if I could use the name DC Players. Yeah. So I just called it Metro City Players. And so I wanted to develop players, you know what I'm saying? So I did that for like 2 years. And Keith and I talked again. Well, I reached out to Rob and I said, you know what, Rob? These Metro City Players is okay, but I think if I use the name DC Blue Devils, because it had some history, you know what I'm saying? I think if I could use that name, it would...
It'll jump it off quicker.
It'll jump it off quicker, you know what I'm saying? So Rob was like, Riley, you can use it, but before you use it, call Keith again. Because I think that Keith is ready now to really get it going. So me and Keith sat down again, we talked about it. He's like, nah, I'm ready this time. Let's put the Blue Devils together. I got some kids. You got some kids. Let's put them in the gym. Let's try to figure this shit out. And that's what we did. And so that was when Markel was a ninth grader. He was playing 15U. And we just had a bunch of mystery. We had a bunch of kids like Markel who couldn't play varsity. You know what I'm saying? Who weren't standout players. Nobody was 7 feet, 6'11". We had nothing like that. We had regular fucking JV basketball kids. Right. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things that stood out to me back then was, we were like DeMarcus gave us some money. You know what I'm saying? So we had the ability to play in some of the bigger tournaments, and we weren't under no shoe brand. See what I'm saying? So we could go play anywhere.
You just had some sponsorship that I don't need no money. We going.
We going.
We going to rec.
We going. You know what I'm saying? And so Keith, because he was locked in on the Markel shit, couldn't really travel, to all the events. So I was the one that was traveling on everything. And so as I'm traveling to everything, I'm watching Markel, and I'm like, listen, Markel don't have no name. He don't have no ranking. He don't have nothing. But I'm telling you right now, I ain't seen a kid better than him from the guard position. You know what I'm saying? And we playing against motherfuckers who got top 10 rankings. You know what I'm saying? We're playing in the biggest tournaments everywhere. We're going where everybody's at. We're right there. And we might not win every game, but I'm like, Shorty is outplaying everybody that's out here. You know what I'm saying? So Keith would call me like, what you think? And I'm like, Slam, I'm telling you, Shorty could be the goods. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really lanky, didn't have full control of his body yet. Big ass feet, big ass hands.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you gotta think, we talking about 2 kids, right? 2 guys that didn't. We ain't talking with circuit guys.
Unassuming, man.
It was like boom.
Unassuming
Them niggas is boom.
One number 2, one go number 1.
Yeah, but we ain't on the motherfucking like we was in Vegas and this nigga. Nah, these kids these niggas ain't have no expectations of being who they became.
Absolutely.
Just off of just like this motherfucking boogie, and that's crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, that's crazy. Like Nate told me years ago. Me and you and Sweat. I remember like it was yesterday. Shorty, man, this motherfucker play. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We can check him out. Boom, boom. This nigga ended up being the number 2 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Outside of going to the circuit and say he cooked there and cooked there.
1 year of college.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
And
what you're saying, and the same thing with Markel, like
1 year of college.
Nobody had
played JV in
him
10th grade
when he was younger.
Right.
To be like, no gonna be that good.
No expectations.
That's crazy though.
And when Steve went to
I didn't see it. I was around him a lot too. I didn't
around
see
who?
it. Markel. I didn't even see the number 1 pick. I mean, I know
nobody saw number 1 pick. Anybody that said
shit, though.
He was fired, you Bryson.
Let me tell you something. Anybody that said Markel was going to be number 1 pick was lying. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Nah, I ain't see it.
I'm watching Markel, and I said, you know what? I haven't seen nobody better than him. When we go out and play, nobody nowhere is better than him. That's what I said. Me and Keith are talking in the parking lot one morning. I got to work. Me and Keith on the phone early in the morning. Keith said, Riley, do you think that Markel, based on what you done see, do you think that Markel could be McDonald's? And I sat back, I said, Keith, he don't have no fucking ranking. You can't be McDonald's with like no ranking. And Keith was like, yeah, but if we like got behind him and like pushed it in, do you think he's a McDonald's kid? And I said, Keith, I can't really say that he's a McDonald's. All I can say is that he's better than everybody I done seen. Everywhere. I mean, from Ohio.
You wasn't the politics shit.
So
you saying fuck the politics shit.
Fuck the politics shit.
Right.
My kid is better than everybody that I done seen.
Gotcha.
And so Keith said, well, okay, if we start getting on the phone and we start pushing this and moving it, do you think he can do it? And I'm like, well, Keith, if you know how to do this, because I don't know how to do this. I'll be honest. I do not know how to make a McDonald's on America. But Keith, if you know how to do it, then yeah, I think
he went out to Vegas and ripped that shit up. He
Yes.
came with us.
He played for me.
He
Yeah,
did.
he came
So
with us, right? And I'm gonna tell you, man, like for me personally, like this is my first time really kind of seeing him, and like he was playing. I guess he was still playing up. We wanted to play him up. I was like, I wanted to play with the 17s because we was thinking, well, no, he played for the 16s. We was 16s, but he played up.
He played
17s,
up,
right? And I was thinking, like, damn, those kids are being recruited. So I'm trying to say anything to try to convince him to just let him play with his age. But it was like Corey wasn't having it. Corey was like, shit, he played fucking 17, right?
Glad
But the thing,
to you.
but the thing was, I wasn't even about that. Look, hold on. No, but real talk, the thing was, he was so efficient, right? But he was like, I saw how he would like, his change of pace.
Right.
He could play off the ball. He could be on the ball. He could get that motherfucker up, change the place, run up motherfucker, boom, change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, this motherfucker, no blue.
He's full.
I said, damn, he got the good. I said,
he got the goods. And I'm gonna tell you something else. When Markel played as a 15-year-old, he was our point guard. All right, we didn't have Jeff Dowling yet. All right, so
bad motherfucker.
Oh,
roll out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cox.
Yes, sir.
Dave Cox, my man. Jeff Dowling is the fucking real deal.
We didn't have that.
Fuck that shit. Fuck all that other shit.
Yeah, he a sophomore this year?
That nigga all of it.
Sophomore.
All of it, all of it.
We didn't get Jeff Dowling yet, so we had Markel playing a point. All right. And did not have a lot of options out there for Markel. Like his first year, we didn't have a whole lot. Markel was a point guard. The second year, when he was a 16-year-old, Keith said, let's move him off the ball because Markel started to get athletic now. Yeah. I mean, when he was 15, he was like throwing the ball at the rim.
He was finishing a few years after that.
Yes, yes.
Boom, I'm like,
as a 15-year-old, he was like every day in practice trying to dunk the ball, throwing the ball, missing the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Reminded me of his father when he was Speedy was finishing that motherfucker back in the day.
So when Kel turned 16, Keith said, let's move off the ball. Now Jeff Dowling comes in. So we like, okay, well, let's move Kel off the ball.
That was the backcourt?
They were in the backcourt.
Oh, my
So we're like, let's move Kel off the ball because now Kel's athletic. He can actually finish. That'll make him look good. You know what I'm saying? So we moved him off the ball. So when he first started getting recruited, when he went out there with you all, everybody that watched him saw him as a two guard.
He was off the ball.
Because they saw him off the ball. So when I start talking to coaches, I'm like, he's great off the ball. But wait till you see that motherfucker with the ball in his hands. Y'all haven't seen that because we played him that whole summer off the ball with Jeff at the point. See what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when we went to 17, I said, okay, let's put the ball back in Kel's hands.
So that he can show
showcase that he can play the
ball.
point.
Out there, he was ripping that shit up.
It was a done deal. But those college coaches wanted him at anything that they can get him at. Because they first saw him as a 2. They're like, oh yeah, he's a 2. Okay, we'll take him as a 2. Then once I started saying, no, wait till you see this motherfucker play the point.
It's changed the pace,
but by you saying that, it brings you back to a comparison with Steve and him.
Exactly.
So Steve Francis,
yes,
at that particular time,
yes,
in his career, or Markel.
At how old?
19, 18.
Yeah.
18, 19.
I'm going franchise, man. Franchise was that dog.
He was shaking them up.
Man, hey, Riley. Don't fucking do this.
Hold on. Do you want me to answer the question or don't you?
I want you to answer the question.
Are you going to answer for me?
No, I want you to answer the question.
Okay, let me answer the question.
And I'm 100% sure that you had the same answer. You ain't going to trip off. You ain't going to trip off this one.
As a 19-year-old kid. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, as a 19-year-old kid, Steve Francis was motherfucking Markel Fox. And both of them motherfuckers bad.
They both bad. They both cold. God damn. I'ma lean gingerly towards Steve. Gingerly.
Why?
Markel is bigger. No blue. He's a bigger player than Steve is. At 19. You know what I'm saying? Because Steve kind of developed his body at 22, 23 years old.
You know why I'm taking Steve at 19? You know why I'm taking Steve at 19?
Athleticism?
Way
more. He's
that overweighs
athletic.
all that shit.
But
Steve was finishing at that motherfucking rim.
Hold on.
And he was a better scorer.
I'm going to tell you.
He was scoring. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on.
No, listen to me. You are absolutely right.
Real good, real skilled, everything. I'm talking about great skill.
Steve is superior athletically to Markel. But I'm going to tell you what Steve did not have as a 19-year-old that Markel had, is that Markel can score shooting against contested. He can make contested shots better than Steve could. But as a 19-year-old, come on, listen. That's what made Markel the number one pick.
Rally. I get that part, but Steve was number 2, baby.
Don't act should have been number 1.
Don't act like Steve was motherfucking number 9 or some shit.
No.
I will say that.
That shit ain't even close.
Can I say something?
That shit wasn't close. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
He was on some Kyrie type shit.
Man, that shit wasn't close. Steve Francis,
Kyrie was
fucking way better than. I love Shorty. I love my co-folks. Love him to death. Love the camp he come out of. I love Key Winston and all that. No one knows Steve Francis at this particular time.
He is near him.
No.
He is near him, Curt, because when you played against Steve was 21.
No.
20.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, when Steve was fucking 19 and 20, Steve ain't know how to play basketball. He was on for natural shit.
And
he was.
Kel just turned 19.
Right.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Markel just turned 19.
Oh, that's fine and dandy. I don't give a fuck when he turned 19 or 19 again. Steve Francis was that motherfucking nigga. Fuck that bullshit.
19 again.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah, y'all, you lunching.
No, I'm not lunching. I agree with you. I agree with you that Steve was a better player. I agree with that.
It couldn't fuck with no Steve Francis.
Yes, he could.
Are you fucking serious, man?
Yes, he could.
Steve was on Allen Iverson shit back then.
He was. Yes, he was.
It was some Baron Davis shit, yo.
Yes,
I don't give a fuck. He was on that shit.
He was cooking.
He was on that shit. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He was on that shit. Yeah.
Kyrie with hops. He was cooking, yo.
Man, he was on that shit, man.
Steve,
Markel Francis was on that shit.
Markel is all the way laid back.
Man.
Markel gets it done.
Steve Francis on that, man, Division 8 on Division Avenue dope back then. He was doing it.
Yeah,
all that Markel, I love Markel. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Markel was a bad motherfucker. No disrespect, bad motherfucker. But Steve at that age was on some other shit.
I agree.
No, he was on some totally different shit. On some, and it was a totally different game.
It was.
Back then.
It was.
Yeah, it favored point guards now to handle the ball.
Man, Steve Francis was like that.
Steve and Markel both trained under Keith Williams, okay?
That give Keith
hold on.
Helen credits my ass. My God.
Hold on. What I'm saying to you is that the stuff that Steve got at 22, 23 years old, Markel was getting at 15, 16, 17.
But guess what? Guess what the difference between Steve and Markel? Steve had a lot of shit before he became on that shit.
He did.
So that makes it easier to learn and train a motherfucker that already got certain shit.
I agree with that too.
Steve was on some other shit.
I agree with that.
So what I'm saying is, it's this difference between developing a skill or a certain talent towards a guy that already got shit. You just got to polish that shit up. You know what I'm saying? You just got to polish it up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Steve Francis was a bad motherfucker.
No question about it.
It's no way To
no
me,
question about
it. To perfectly honest with you, Riley, I love motherfucking Markel Fultz. A bad motherfucker. But him at his best and Steve at his best, it's not close.
You ain't seen Kel at his best yet. You done seen Steve at his best.
Because he was at his best off the break. Like, he ain't waste no time. It was like, I'm Steve Francis. I'm going to do this. Right. We got to wait for him to be at his best. Right. He was at his best.
Just add water.
Yeah, just add some water.
Just add water.
Yeah. A little more sugar to the tea. A little more motherfucking cream to the coffee.
I'll go with that.
That nigga was awesome, Joe.
What kind of player you like? Just add water.
But we got to wait to see if he can.
Let me ask you that. How do you envision him in the backcourt with Ben Simmons? Do you think that?
He's not gonna get the ball.
Do you think long term that's going to work?
No.
That's just
no. He got to get traded.
Riley, the basketball coach.
He got to get traded.
He does not have to get traded.
But I want you to come from Riley, the basketball coach,
team.
not Riley that know Markel, because so people won't think this. You know what I mean? Like from a coaching perspective, can that work?
It can work because Markel can play off the ball. Okay. Now Markel is best with the ball in his hands, but so is Ben Simmons.
Right.
All right. Now one thing that Ben Simmons cannot do is play off the ball. That's what Markel can do. So Markel's one of those kids that he can blend in. He can figure it out. Ben Simmons, on the other hand, I don't think that he can. He has to have the ball. Okay. You see what I'm saying?
So
now
you going with him have to have the ball to cater to somebody who can play off the ball that
need the ball.
Need the ball in his hand. Like, there's no way that Markel.
Ben Simmons defers. Ben Simmons is not bring the ball off the floor to score.
Right. So what I'm saying is, it's like the whole situation where, like, Markel a bad motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong in that situation. Don't nobody get me wrong in that. But what I'm saying is, when it's all said and done, all due respect, I prefer to see Markel in a situation where he got the ball in his hands. Because as long as Ben Simmons there, Markel just gonna be a motherfucker that we'll never see his real talent. We'll never see his real talent. We'll never see his real talent.
What he's saying is, Ben Simmons will defer.
No, I get no. I get that, but
like he found Redick and them off players.
But Markel ain't one of them players that's gonna be like.
He can't create off the wing.
No, Markel can play basketball. What I'm saying is, I don't want to see Markel in a situation where he got to play off of fucking Ben Simmons. Markel need the basket. He don't need the basketball in his hands to be successful. He need the basketball in his hands for people to see what he really can do. That's what I'm saying.
I guess kind of what he was saying with AAU.
That's the business part.
He was better when they moved him back on the ball.
The business part
of it.
a
lot of assets in Philly.
It's cool. All that's cool, but
trust the process, man.
Trust the process. Trust the process. Markel's gonna be fine.
No. He's gonna be fine. Don't get me wrong on that. See, I think y'all misunderstand my point. I talk to Keith all the time about this. Mm-hmm. He's gonna be fine wherever he go. I just think he's gonna be better with the basketball in his hand. I think people will appreciate what he really can do with the basketball in his hands.
Right.
Versus you playing alongside Ben Simmons, where we know that's his show.
You know, funny thing is this before the preseason, so in the summertime when Markel first got drafted, and everybody was up feeling, everybody was working out. Markel had the ball in his hands, not Ben Simmons.
Right.
Or Markel and Ben Simmons was playing against each other. Markel was the best player on the floor in the summertime. I mean, he was dominating. You know, he was dominating scrimmages and went out to Utah in the summer league. He dominated. He played great out there. Went out to Vegas, turned his ankle in the first game.
I see all that.
Somebody shut him down or whatever. So I say that to say that Markel was coming into preseason and they were giving him the ball, not Ben Simmons. Now, what they was trying to do was get Markel and Ben Simmons to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If Markel got the ball, Ben Simmons, you run. And if you got the ball, Markel, you run. You know what I'm saying? That's what they wanted to happen because they felt like both of them with the ball in their hands was going to make a good choice. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of the thought process. But now that Markel has been out of pocket and not playing, all we're seeing is Ben Simmons. And so we're thinking, they're going to have a 6'11" point guard for the next 12 years and play Ben Simmons at the point. And I think that Philadelphia is thinking that when Markel comes back, they're just going to be, like I just said before we got online and started the show, I said that, I was telling you actually that if Markel comes back and is half the player that he was coming into Philadelphia, then they'll win a first-round game. They'll win a first-round series. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Because the way Ben is playing, the way Joel Embiid is playing, you add a half of Markel and you're going to beat whoever you're going to play in the first round. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? I think that Markel will become himself next season. Once he, has another preseason, summer, under Keith and everything else.
So Philly made the playoffs this year?
Philly makes the playoffs.
I think so too. They all told me I was crazy.
Yeah.
Philly makes the playoffs. No, I'm not saying you crazy.
Without Markel, Philly makes the playoffs. I
still don't have them in the playoffs. I'm just this is me because it's so early and we getting so excited and hyped up off the woo and all that. Just me personally, I think the only way that Markel will be successful in Philly if he get a jump shot. I'm gonna tell you why, because the ball is in fucking Ben Simmons' hands.
It is.
When he gets you that rack and kick out, you gotta knock that shit down.
So are you saying that Markel can't shoot right now?
I'm not saying he can't.
Okay.
But to play alongside a motherfucker like Ben,
right?
Some of your points.
Is he Ben's Kyrie like LeBron and Irvin?
You're asking me?
I'm asking. Man.
Say it again.
Is he what Kyrie is to LeBron? That is that a comparison?
That is. That's a decent comparison.
It's a decent one, but at the same time, is he that caliber motherfucker to a bad motherfucker like?
Yeah. LeBron number one.
Actually,
Kyrie
as I think about it, it's a better
number
comparison.
one.
It's a really good comparison.
Markel number one.
Can Markel be Ben's Kyrie?
Yeah, and I say that because Ben can't finish. Unless Ben is at the rim and he's, what I'm saying? Like one shot.
So Markel can't shoot.
But Markel can finish.
Can shoot.
Can finish.
Kyrie can shoot and finish.
But Ben can't. We're talking about Ben and Markel.
Man, they got J.J. Redick, man.
Listen what I'm saying. Okay. Listen to my whole logic. What I'm saying.
Right, I'm listening.
What I'm saying is, I love Markel, so don't get it twisted. Don't get the conversation twisted.
Understood.
I just think Shorty need to get better at certain shit to be in conversations with bad motherfuckers as far as like to compliment Ben. It's Philly saying this Ben's team. Ben is the point guard, so fuck all that other shit. Ben Simmons is Philadelphia's point guard. So
it's not Ben's team.
Whose team is it?
It's Joel Embiid's team.
All right, cool. But it ain't Markel's team.
It's not.
Right. So that mean you the third motherfucker.
Okay.
Three number one.
So what you just said?
Well,
so what you said is
Joel
like
Embiid didn't go number 1.
So what you said?
He did.
He went number 6,
three.
Shit like
No,
three.
I thought
like 3 or 4.
It went 3, 2 or 3.
So what I'm saying is,
I wanna say
you're actually getting my point right now. So what I'm saying is, can he do what Kyrie did for LeBron? Can he do for Ben Simmons?
I said yes.
How? He can't shoot.
He can score.
No, Kyrie can shoot and score. LeBron can't shoot. Ben Simmons can't shoot.
Is Kyrie a better scorer or shooter?
He's both.
No.
He's a better scorer.
He's a better
Hands
scorer.
down.
Markel's a better scorer than he is a shooter.
But
like Kyrie is.
No, don't
he's
you
better
fuck around. Don't you fuck around.
What you mean?
Don't you fuck around with this bullshit. Kyrie can shoot and score.
Let me say
he's a better scorer that can shoot.
Okay, now you listen to what I said.
He can score and shoot.
Okay, but listen to what I said. I said that Kyrie is a better scorer than shooter.
Yeah, hands down.
Markel is a better scorer than shooter. That's what I just said.
But his shooting doesn't weigh with Kyrie.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, Kyrie can actually shoot.
He can.
You can't back up off him and be like, you can't dare him to shoot a J.
You can.
I mean,
Because he's gonna knock that bitch down.
When Markel came into the draft, and when Markel,
I love Markel. See,
hold on.
I gotta always say I love Markel.
But you don't have to say that because I know you love Markel. So
Okay.
when Markel came into the draft, and when Markel played in college, and when Markel got drafted, everybody ranted and raved about how Markel could shoot for a point guard.
Okay.
So when he got to Philly, once he got into camp and everything else, and he started to have his issues, he wasn't displaying what everybody saw him do. So everybody knows that he can shoot the ball. He's struggling right now. He's going through something right now. But he can shoot the ball. So not like Kyrie, but Kyrie's how old? 24, 25 now? Markel just turned 19? So Kyrie's been doing this a little bit longer. So he's a little bit more consistent than Markel is.
Kyrie can shoot when he walked in this match, though.
So could Keith. I mean, so could Markel.
But he didn't go through shooting struggles.
Ever?
Not to me.
I mean, he won 20 games. I mean, his first
Well,
3-4 years.
I get
Okay,
that.
so then that means he
I
struggled.
know. We talking about shooting. We're not talking about winning percentage. Shooting.
Yeah, but I'm going to assume, because I wasn't watching Cleveland games when Kyrie was there and LeBron wasn't.
Cool.
I wasn't watching it, but I'm
Cool,
going to assume that Kyrie struggled because they
Yeah, he struggled like a motherfucker.
Okay, so Markel struggled like a
But this is the reason why I think Philly will make the playoffs. Because after All-Star break, it becomes a business. Nobody wants to be the 8th seed or the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference. Let's be real. A lottery pick is much more valuable than the 7th seed or 8th seed in the playoffs.
I
So
agree.
Philly can win some games on that back half like they did last year that can get them to the 8th seed.
Where's Philly right now?
I gotta look. But I'm telling you,
I don't know.
How many games played?
No, but
20.
but that's
right now?
what
How many?
No, they played more than 20, haven't they?
No, but what I'm saying is after the All-Star
play like
after the
25
All-Star
games.
break, teams that seed, man, this shit ain't worth being a 6, 7 seed.
Right.
Start resting guys, start playing the younger guys. Philly wants to be in the playoffs. The Charlotte Hornets is that's all I'm saying.
The only thing
I think
that's
we
going
gotta
to keep Philly from making the playoffs is Joel Embiid going
Philly
down.
got a nice young roster, man.
If Joel Embiid goes down, all bets off.
No, they in the Western Conference, no shot. I'm with you. But the Eastern Conference,
everybody keeps trying to West go. This one fucks me up about motherfuckers that watch the NBA. Everybody keeps on that Western Conference shit. That shit ain't like it used to be.
Who's good in the Western Conference?
These motherfuckers.
Who like that in the Western Conference?
Are y'all serious?
I'm asking you right now.
Y'all keep on Western Conference.
Who like that in the Western
The East
Conference?
is like that, man.
but if you
Who like that in the Western
Oh,
Conference?
team for real, Rick.
Golden State good, right? Who else?
in the
Who
West-
like that?
Houston,
State.
maybe.
Houston, maybe.
San Antonio on their way out. I mean, come on,
in the
Joe.
Western
That
Oklahoma
shit's
City
equal
and
right
all that
now.
shit.
Oklahoma City ain't doing that.
Follow him. In the
No,
Western
come
Conference,
on, Rick. Y'all
guys
tripping
are
that.
fighting to make the playoffs. In the Eastern Conference, watch the Eastern Conference after the All-Star break. Teams is gonna start giving the fuck
No,
up.
no.
That's
Rick,
all I'm
who?
saying. No,
Rick,
that's all I'm saying.
Orlando
No,
playing
Rick,
good.
Rick,
Detroit
Rick,
playing
they
good.
Rick, but what
Milwaukee
you're
playing
saying,
good.
Rick,
Be in the playoffs.
Rick, what you're saying is, don't fucking sit up there and act like the Western Conference is so better than the East. They are not.
The fucking Wizards good. Boston good. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck, Joe?
Wizards nice.
Cleveland good as shit. Them motherfuckers ain't doing
That's what I'm
shit.
saying. So what the fuck in the West is so dominant over the East? Come on, Joe.
Golden State done lost about 7 games.
That's not what I'm saying.
Cleveland
I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying the West is different now. It ain't like it was.
I'm saying if you watch what happens in the bottom of the West and in the bottom of the East, it's two different things that happen in the race for the playoffs.
Oh, that's cool.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that the West.
It ain't no far-fetched bullshit from West and East no more.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that when it becomes a business, when guys are saying, "Do I want to go to the lottery?"
That's fine. That's fine. But I'm talking.
It's a lot. It's done. It's
I was like when mother go to the West dominate.
No, that's not what I was. I didn't say the West.
You
was
said
dominant.
it.
That's what people say. I got you.
Yeah, so
I got
like,
you.
people know the West. Ooh. The West ain't shit like that to be acting like the East ain't shit.
A couple years ago it was alright, but not now.
So give me your 5 best players of the West and give me 5 of the East.
Five best players?
Top player.
Of the West?
Give me 5 of the West and 5 of the East.
I give you Durant.
Bad motherfucker.
Steph Curry.
Bad motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh, let's
Harden.
let's match them up. Let's not. You said first year
You said
Durant.
5 best.
No, I'm saying let's match them up, East and West. You got Durant. You got Durant. I got LeBron.
Huh?
You got Durant. I got LeBron.
Look at me, Westbrook.
I got motherfucking Kyrie.
Alright, give me, you got
Steph.
Kyrie?
Steph. You got Steph.
Man.
It's your team. It's his team.
George
I told you he's bad right now.
Oh, George.
That don't have nothing to do with that.
does.
He's not done.
I didn't say he was done. I'm saying right now active. Who playing?
So I got Harden.
Just give me your 5 and give me my 5.
Huh?
Give me your West 5. Give me East 5.
Give me Harden.
Harden.
Durant.
Durant.
Kawhi Leonard.
What? He not playing right now, Mo.
I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, he's not playing.
We pause.
You got Durant. You got Durant, Steph.
So take Kawhi off, right?
Yeah, give me
He's
Paul
not playing right.
George.
So you said Durant,
Westbrook.
Steph,
Harden.
Paul
George.
Paul George.
Okay.
That's a nice 5. That's a hell. I don't know how much a 5. But I got LeBron.
Kyrie.
I got LeBron, Kyrie, Porzingis,
He is hooping right now.
Wall,
And motherfucker,
and motherfucking Milwaukee, the Greek freak.
Greek freak.
Then I love my 5 any day of the week over them
Who
motherfuckers.
gonna beat my 5?
Who gonna stop the Greek?
Who gonna stop the 5?
Who gonna stop the Greek?
Who gonna stop the 5?
Who gonna stop the LeBron? Who gonna stop Kyrie?
Who gonna stop the
I'm gonna name you 5 motherfuckers that y'all can't stop.
On and on.
Now, how about that,
You
Bo?
just named
Now,
them.
who gonna stop all them?
You
LeBron.
just named them.
That's
Kyrie.
Who gonna stop them?
You just named your best 5.
John Wall.
They can't fuck with that 5 in his
You can't
name.
fuck with that
Why can't we?
5. It's proven.
We defend. Steph Curry don't play no defense.
Who come
Man,
on the
who
bench?
gonna check 'em?
Hey, look. Who you got on the bench?
Anybody.
Who you got on
Who
the
gonna
bench?
check Durant?
You got
No, we talking 5.
Whiteside.
We talking 5. We talking 5.
But Porzingis ain't ready for this shit yet, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He cooks all them.
Man, you hit him upside his head, he going out the game.
Now you tripping.
He's soft as duck butter.
Porzingis?
Soft as duck butter.
What is duck butter?
Huh?
That's
duck
some Wake
shit.
Forest shit, man.
He said Porzingis not ready for this shit. He said
No, he's
Porzingis.
not.
He hooping
Porzingis
right
ain't
now.
ready for this rap.
Porzingis is hooping right
Nigga's a
now.
bad
He
motherfucker.
lunch.
Hey,
He
he's
like
like
Wolverine.
Cold.
I got an all-American team.
We got
you
problems.
get them four
Who
motherfuckers on
gonna
your
stop the
team.
Greek freak?
Huh?
Who gonna stop the Greek?
Who gonna stop Durant?
I'm asking who gonna stop the Greek.
Who gonna stop
Who gonna stop
Westbrook?
LeBron?
Who gonna stop Harden?
Who gonna stop Kyrie?
Huh?
Shut it up right there.
Yeah.
Who gonna stop Kyrie?
Who
Your
else?
team was Kyrie, LeBron, Greek Freak, Porzingis, and who?
I had who's my film? I Kyrie
John Wall.
and John
John
Wall.
Well,
Wall,
y'all know they
See,
just
that's where
changed.
you
Well,
fucked up,
y'all know they just changed the.
Fucked up with
With
John
the
Wall.
John
John
Wall.
Wall
Hey,
comes
John
all
Wall
them
was
niggas.
shit.
But Bone, you know
You got John
but
Wall
Bone,
fucked up.
I love John Wall. Who gonna check
You
on
know
that?
they changed the
Who
all.
check him?
Y'all know they changed the All-Star format.
Westbrook.
I know it is. There's like
It's
two
no,
captains.
it's not. You know, the
East
All-Star
West.
game not East and West.
Harden,
Not East
Durant.
West.
Is that for sure?
That's for sure. The
possible.
All-Star game's not East
They
and
got
West.
two
no more.
captains, dog. It's like they drafting.
They mixing it up.
They mix
Yeah,
it up.
East
Right.
West.
It don't matter. If they ain't
Hey,
gonna
that's
fucking go
that's
at each
cool.
other, then it
Ain't
don't
no wrong with
matter.
that. That's
I'm on East
no,
West.
it ain't wrong with
Now,
that.
say
It
like,
don't matter. If
say
they're
like
not gonna
you,
go at each other, they're gonna let
say
each
like
other
Cleveland
fuck
treated
each other.
Lakers.
You know, and
Fuck
they're
them.
thinking
What
about
the
next
fuck?
year doing mixing up doing the playoffs too, doing a 1-16.
Instead of doing that shit with
Just
like
doing it.
Utah winning
That'll
the
be-
fucking
that'll make
Midwest.
more
They're
sense.
taking out
Two
East
seed.
and West.
That'll
It's
make
gonna
more
match it up.
competitive.
Yeah, because you got Utah winning the Midwest and they had a 2 seed and they fucking
That make more
51 and 49 and shit.
Nah, the All-Star game.
Hey, you got my 5 fucked up.
You got my 5 fucked up.
Your 5 was nice, but you got my 5 fucked up. LeBron gonna orchestrate that shit so sweet.
Yeah,
he gonna hit him up, bop, bop, bop.
He can do all he want to do.
Boom, 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 and all that shit.
I will say this though. I will say this though. You don't got almost any defense.
The 4 and 5.
It's not a lot of defense gonna be played in that game.
Both of them they bitch on the floor.
You don't got to defend.
You said Porzingis ain't ready for this
Who's
shit?
your team?
He had a monster mob.
Harden,
Monster
Curry,
mob.
Durant.
Westbrook, Durant.
Harden, Curry, Durant, Paul George, and
He
Harden.
got a mob. Mob.
You going with him?
Y'all can't fuck with my
Who's
mob.
closer to him? Who's sliding
I mean, it's
No,
the game
that'd be a good game.
the game gonna be
I just think we.
That's how it might be.
The game gonna be like 102 to 101 because nobody gonna check.
I think we'll get y'all though.
So what?
It's gonna be like 102 to 101 because nobody gonna check in.
I think
you don't got a
we'll get
single
y'all.
defender on your team.
I think we'll
His
get y'all.
team is better.
I think we'll get y'all.
LeBron-
I
You
think.
don't have Kawhi Leonard on yours.
He hurt.
Because that was my second pick.
Yeah.
I think we'll get y'all.
He Bill Gates.
He not playing right now.
Hey, Porzingis
No, man.
on
He's
some other shit
Who
right
the
now.
fuck gonna stop Porzingis?
Porzingis, huh? Himself. He's a unicorn. He's a unicorn. Unicorns don't last
I'm
long.
very surprised, man.
Unicorns don't last long.
I'm very surprised.
You ever read up on a unicorn?
Fuck that.
They
That
call him
nigga
a
like
unicorn.
that. No, that nigga's like that.
Unicorn only
7
lasts
foot,
like
that
2 or
motherfucker
3
hit
years.
threes.
That's-
He play
I'm
defense.
surprised, man.
He put that
Yo,
bitch on the floor.
that nigga's a real deal, man. Hey, Mo, that nigga a real deal.
Yes, he is.
Nah, I was just up there.
And the Greek freak?
Yes, he is.
What's the last time
LeBron?
Yes.
a Western
Kyrie?
Conference team had a number
Kyrie.
one pick?
Man,
You can put the fifth could be whoever.
Steph
Hey,
Curry.
Last time I
Hey,
was
just,
conference
my,
team had what?
my fifth man might be, hey, Bryson, my fifth man might be one of the Morris twins or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, don't do that. Don't do
What's
that.
that
With
sorry
them
motherfucker?
niggas,
Like, what's
I
the
think
nigga
we got
name?
the wrong fucking
Hey, what's
twin,
the sorry
too,
nigga that
man.
played for
No,
Knicks? The nigga used to play for Chicago. What's his name?
It's luncheon.
Noah. What's his name? Noah.
They
You
said
put-
that's the wrong twin, man.
Mo, hey, Mo,
Who went before Ben Simmons?
did you hear this five?
What?
That's number one.
Who went?
We're trying to figure out what's the last Western Conference team to get a number one pick in the draft.
The Western Conference?
The last time.
Who's drafted before Ben Simmons?
Porzingis, the Greek.
Ben Simmons was 2 years
Dang.
ago.
Tripping off
Andrew
them,
Wiggins.
too.
No, Bennett.
I take the ring.
And Andrew Wiggins.
Bennett got drafted by Cleveland.
Right. Bennett, Andrew Wiggins.
Right.
Luncheon. You
That's
fuck
4
with
years
me.
then.
Think about it.
I ain't thinking no shit.
Durant and Paul George.
I love them too,
Who was
but
before Andrew
yo, you
Wiggins?
tripping.
You just thinking of sorry team.
Right.
Sorry.
But this is my
You
point
finish.
about the business
Yeah.
side.
See
of
what
it.
happened
You
when
get
they
what I'm
played
saying?
each other.
The
John
Eastern
Wall went to Philly.
with our Wizards.
Mo.
I mean, to the
Hey,
Wizards.
Mo.
Kyrie went to Cleveland.
I'm checking Cleveland.
Derrick Rose went to
Who was that
Chicago.
Who's checking
Who gonna check Kyrie?
But this is what I was
Who
saying
was
about
that
the
Kyrie?
business
I'm
of
saying,
the bottom
he
of
locked
the East.
Steph
Like
up.
they
You
want,
already know
they
that.
do a better job of tanking. No, so look, hey, so Curt,
Okay.
Mo, Curt, we was asking the question: when's the last time a Western Conference team had the number one pick in the draft? And the reason we was saying it was at the bottom of those leagues.
Them
It's
dudes
just
be
doing-
losing the lottery though. Like the
Joe
Lakers had the
Smith.
number 2
Yeah,
pick.
like,
couple
yeah,
years.
yeah,
They just
I'm
lose
just
the
saying,
lottery.
but the percentages normally Eastern Conference teams normally have a better percentage of
So,
winning lottery.
I don't get
The reason
it.
we was saying that the reason the conversation was having was after the playoffs with Philly making the playoffs after the All-Star break, the East teams they tank a little harder
Man,
than the
they,
West Coast.
let me say something.
And you can look at the records.
The Lakers was tanking like shit last year.
Yes, the fuck they were.
Them motherfuckers was tanking, dog.
But I think Philly still
They
had
got
the
rid of
highest
Lou
percent-
Williams
I
to
think
make sure
Philly
they
had the
fucking
worst
tank.
record, right? They had the most. That's all
The
I'm
East
saying.
ain't that fucked up like y'all think it is. I'm gonna tell you that.
I
Detroit
agree
ain't no
with
shit. I
that.
mean, they got some. Nah, they teams.
I agree
The
with
East
that.
ain't that fucked up now.
The top side of the East versus the top side of the West is
pretty
comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's comparable.
Yeah.
Because Boston strapped, Toronto
Man,
strapped.
fuck that bullshit. That motherfucking East ain't bad, Joe.
Detroit ain't no
wait.
punk bitches.
The East ain't bad, man. Yeah, motherfucking
up
Reggie
with the
Jackson and
Yeah,
them.
them motherfuckers
What's up with
cooking.
the youngin' for Utah?
Orlando
Drummond getting
playing
20.
good.
The
Orlando
top,
playing
the,
good
the
as shit.
top teams in the East are who?
It don't matter. I'm not looking at top team. I'm saying
I
like
give you
this
top
could be
five
real
right
meaning,
now.
meaning competition wise, the East get with that West, man. Look at the records. The West ain't dominating the East in record wise.
who you got?
As far as like
Georgia?
playing against the West and the East,
Right.
the West ain't dominating that shit.
Okay.
These East companies, they going out West and beating these niggas, man.
You got Golden State.
You gotta think the
Spurs.
Clippers downfall.
Right.
They done.
They doo-doo.
Ain't no more Lakers. So the only thing you got in the fucking West is probably Houston and fucking Golden State.
San Antonio.
Ain't no more dominant teams in the West. There's no more dominant teams in the West with them three teams.
The Spurs is waiting on
Memphis done.
Memphis done.
They was up there once. It's no fucking dominancy in the fucking
Phoenix
West no more. Phoenix terrible. So give me some teams there besides Golden State and fucking Houston.
San Antonio.
They not like they used to be.
Sacramento.
Okay, take. Okay, that's three teams. Motherfucking Golden State, San Antonio, Houston. What's next?
That's it.
As far as dominant teams,
that's it.
Ain't no more Utah Jazz. Ain't no more motherfucking Boom.
Only
It's
dominant
nothing.
team in the East is Chicago, is Cleveland.
No, that's not true.
Dominant.
Bro.
You said dominant.
Oh, okay. If he's saying strictly dominant, San Antonio not dominant no more.
They are.
How?
Because they all in the finals.
They not dominant no more.
No,
they not dominant this year.
There's been a lot of
They not dominant
There's been a
this
lot of
year.
consolidation in the last
Dominant.
They weren't dominant last year.
They not dominant no more. Duck and gone. Them niggas gone. They not dominant. So if you want to talk about dominancy, the motherfucking only dominant team in the West is fucking Golden State.
Boston?
If you really keep it real,
Golden State is the dominant.
that's it. That's it.
San Antonio
That's
there
it. They
behind
not.
them, Joe. Come on, man.
But I think
Dominant team ever. I mean, I'm saying in the West, it's just fucking Golden
But
State.
I think the reason people
Who else is so dominant?
But I think
let's keep fuck that. Keep it real.
But I think-
who else is dominant?
I think-
in the West?
Not dominant. Houston be cooking.
But I think the reason people think the West, but I think the reason people think the West is dominant because it's probably a few more bigger names in the West.
Okay, that's fine.
But to your
OKC
but to your,
got
that's
fucked
what I was
up.
about to say. But to your point, OKC and Houston
Come on, Joe.
haven't worked out.
Come on, Joe.
Let's just be honest. OKC and
I'm
Houston.
saying, who the fuck is dominant?
I don't even know if Donovan gonna last.
I'm saying, who is dominant in the West besides Golden State?
Really Donovan.
It's just bigger names.
What you think, Riley?
It's just bigger names in the West.
I mean, I'm looking at the Spurs right now. I want to see where they are in the
They
standings.
14-7, man.
14-7.
That's dominant.
No, but they play without their two best players.
Okay, fuck it. That's what I'm saying. We ain't got
They got two best and one best. You mean they play?
We ain't got nothing to do with that.
Man,
The
look,
second best player.
Spurs do
Parker.
that shit low key.
Parker.
People don't like all that.
That's not our fault.
They don't do
though,
all
bro.
that artificial rah-rah. They just get wins. 14-7, Joe.
Okay, so that's not dominant though.
Best player ain't played a game
It's
yet.
not dominant though, Mo.
It
Come on,
is.
how's that
It
dominant?
is. You in the fucking the
You
best
14-7,
league
you
in
done.
the world. You in the best league in the world.
Dallas
You're
is shit.
14-7
Sacramento
without your
is
best
shit.
fucking players.
Portland
He
ain't.
lunching.
Phoenix is some shit.
Thank you. So come on,
Lakers
Y'all
y'all.
jump out there with that bullshit.
Utah.
I'm saying so what?
Cleveland can't beat the Spurs
Denver
in no
some shit.
series.
Think about all the teams, yo. Denver some
Boston
shit.
and Cleveland
I'm
are
gonna
both
tell you
dominant
that.
teams in the East, and that's it.
Boston
Okay, so who
played
the
defense
West?
like shit, yo.
Who dominant West? Golden State and
They're like
and Spurs, I
15-6,
guess.
16-6.
Rockets,
like that.
Warriors, and Spurs.
All right.
I like
Portland got the 4th seed right now. I ain't realize.
So let's talk about it. So what is dominant? Is it what you do in the
There's no dominant
playoffs?
teams
Or is
right
it what
now.
you do in the regular season? Because to me, regular season is
Man,
what it
LeBron
is.
them cruising. I'm gonna see you out in
Right.
the finals.
That's what I'm saying. So that's my point.
Straight, though. I don't know if that's cruising.
That's my
It's
point.
10 straight.
No. That's my point, though. Exactly what he just said.
I don't know if that's even cruising.
I don't know if the
I'm
records really
chilling right
indicate
now. I see you out in the finals.
dominance
This is 110.
because nobody really gives a
My
damn. right now.
point is
No, you get
that,
I think he might win
that
the
West
MVP
is
this year.
overrated to
He
me.
might win the MVP this year.
Who?
He might legitimately just
Who?
win that shit. For
LeBron, he
yeah.
going
He's
with it.
supposed to win it every year.
But I think he really going to actually really get that shit.
I think he should win it every year.
I think he'll really get
it's
it.
not-
He'll get his 5th this year.
Him and Tom Brady, though, they MVP of their leagues every year, man. 'Cause
But now he on a.
And he played in that era with Jordan and them.
I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
He said that shit. He's like that shit's not even close. Like he said that shit that he be doing.
he said the way he orchestrated
The way he
that shit, the way he
orchestrates
win
shit.
games, Jordan.
He
couldn't
said,
do
man,
it.
the baddest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
And Isaiah was in. Fuck the person. Fuck
The
the
personal
relationship.
shit, right, that's why
Fuck
people can't hear it.
Isaiah and Jordan relationship. Cool. This nigga just talking over pure talent, Joe. Come on, man. That boy talent.
Joe, and a lot
Come
of
on,
that
man.
hate on LeBron, man. Like,
Why though?
I feel like
You're not a LeBron fan. I can see it. I can see it.
See,
I can see it.
LeBron is Magic 2.0. He's
but-
just the modern day.
I don't even
Magic.
see.
If you said Magic Johnson in the future, like 20, 30 years
Magic
later,
Johnson ain't
that's-
fucking on LeBron James.
I'm saying, but they the
Y'all niggas tripping.
Let me ask you this: what's your issues with
Night in and night out.
What's your-
LeBron, no. I'm gonna tell you the difference
Magic
between these
is
motherfuckers.
Shit though, yo. Magic
You
is
can
shit.
turn your head over and you want.
I'm
I'm gonna tell y'all the difference. I'm gonna tell y'all the difference.
What's your-
I'm gonna tell y'all the difference between these motherfuckers now and back then. Back then, It wasn't no 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" niggas that can handle that basketball night in and night out. That can fucking stay in front of motherfuckers. That can Magic was exceptional. Don't get me wrong on that. But I'm a Magic fan. Don't get me wrong. Bad mother, all of it. The game today, they seeing that shit already made. Back then, that shit was just so special. Where we didn't see that shit. You can't fucking tell me that slow shit Magic was doing. That them niggas, like today's game, them 6'9" niggas
fast,
cutting that shit right. More after they dunk. Man, come on, man. It's all due respect to Magic. All due respect to Magic. You know what's so crazy? I talked to DJ, but DeMar Johnson told me that Dr. J was some shit. So in our era, we growing up, Dr. J bad motherfucker ever. So he looking at his era like, we do this shit every day. The game just grows, no blue. It grows more athletically and more skillful.
But you know what's
at that height. So what I'm saying is, you can't tell me that fucking Magic Johnson could fuck with LeBron James. Y'all niggas lunching.
I said LeBron.
Man, y'all niggas lunching.
I said LeBron.
Y'all niggas lunching. Right. Y'all niggas lunching.
Riley, what you got?
Man, let's keep it real. Let's keep it fucking real. At some point, let's keep it real.
What you got for LeBron?
Just think if LeBron was doing that shit in Magic days, right? That should have been like super incredible. It's like you watching fucking Star Wars or some shit.
What you think about?
Just like Magic coming in. Look, Magic.
Well, look.
Magic go that bullshit. Look what LeBron doing. That should have been incredible.
Man, look. Magic Johnson, look. Talk about though. Magic Johnson was smashing hoes. He was eating McDonald's and shit. These niggas got trainers.
Man, fuck
this nigga buried up. He going to sleep. He getting motherfucking ice bath shit.
Say all that you want.
Magic Johnson was going to motherfucking. He was going to Jack in the Box. He's smashing bitches.
So what you saying?
You was bad motherfucker.
No, Magic Johnson was awesome.
Think about that shit though.
Magic Johnson was awesome. Magic Johnson was awesome. Magic Johnson. So you taking Magic Johnson over LeBron James?
Easy. No question.
Hey Slim, are you kidding me,
No fucking question.
This motherfucker was.
Oh, tell me.
Charlie, who you
give me this. Give me this.
Hey, Joe,
Give me this right.
Magic Johnson, bad motherfucker.
No, Magic Johnson awesome. To me, Magic Johnson the best motherfucker that played basketball to me. That's just me. I'm saying out of respect, I'm saying that. Because out of respect, I'm saying that.
Time. You was young.
But all reality,
I'm just saying this.
That's not making sense.
It doesn't make sense because LeBron got all the advantages of new school shit.
Is that his fault? Is that his fault?
Magic was in
is that his fault?
Working out with the under.
I'm saying, is that his fault?
Kurt, how is Magic the best player of all time to you, but you still taking LeBron over the best player of all time?
I'm going to tell you.
Doesn't make sense.
Out of respect, I'm taking.
Jordan the best
out of
player.
respect, I'm going with Magic Johnson because I respect him. That's what I'm saying. But
Jordan
if you look at that shit for real,
no, Jordan was a bad motherfucker.
Joe, if you look at shit for LeBron would have dominated that shit back in the day. Come on, y'all niggas ain't crazy.
Jordan was kind of Jordan was the crossover to the new school athlete. Jordan was lifting weights and shit.
Let me tell you something.
Jordan was a bad motherfucker. Jordan was in this era, he would rip this shit up.
And you gotta think, LeBron.
Let me tell you one
like
thing.
Magic had Hall of
Only thing I'm saying, you know what? Let me say this.
Y'all tripping.
No, let me say this.
Jordan.
Bryson, can I say this?
He had the
Bryson,
It ain't even a question, young.
No, I ain't talking Jordan.
all time.
I'm not talking about Jordan's
career.
Come on, I'm not talking about Jordan.
Kareem Abdul Jabbar, James Worthy. What are you talking about? LeBron never had that.
Oh, listen.
Are you kidding me?
Bryson, let me say this to y'all.
You talking about old ass Kareem?
In '80, was he old?
Let me say this to y'all.
What are you talking about?
Let me say this to y'all. It ain't got no LeBron none of them, right? Do you know who, for real, to be honest with y'all, who the motherfucker that can play in the game today and back then,
Kobe,
the best motherfucker that fit for today and back then is Isaiah Thomas, Joe. He can fit in both eras with the shit he does, that he did.
He can play in both eras.
He can play in both eras with all the shit they got, all the shit they do. That's what he does. He ain't no nigga that he wasn't no Bob Cousy with the right hand. This nigga was Bob. He was Kyrie with all that shit, and he was whoever he was. He was Iverson and all that shit. And he wasn't no matchup problem at his position. He can guard niggas that had shit with them and all that.
And Jordan too.
He was the best.
And Jordan too, right?
He the perfect fit for the game back then and now.
Jordan.
Nah, Jordan couldn't guard them niggas back then. Like them niggas ain't have that shit like now. Them niggas ain't had that shit when Jordan was playing. Jordan, them niggas, Paul Pierce, Jordan wasn't guarding niggas night in, night out. He was guarding niggas on the post. He was guarding Andrew Danton. He just gave it away. Like, night and night. Them niggas got that shit.
Man, like 9 times
man,
all defensive.
When the game was some 3 or 4 minutes doing this and backing niggas down, he wasn't facing up like against them niggas.
Mike wasn't strapping.
Against them niggas was them niggas ain't had that shit.
Kobe wasn't strapping.
No, I love Kobe.
The GOAT was strapping,
right.
Man.
Mike was strapped, but he wasn't strapping niggas that had shit with him. Them niggas was physical.
So you saying
them niggas was
elbowing?
You were right.
He had to stand in front of them niggas. Paul George
was playing any
I think you could have.
So he was on that AI shit. He just AI got him the fuck out. He ain't never seen that shit before.
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't never seen no shit like that.
Them niggas got shit with him now.
Joe, the shit they
every night, Joe Johnson type shit, niggas hands up. Jordan, they wasn't saying that shit back then. That's all I'm saying. I love Jordan. Don't get me wrong. Don't make me. I'm not disrespecting the game.
He did.
Night, he wasn't saying that shit. You got niggas now that's like 8 men on the bench. They come off 6, 7, 8. They got bops. Back then, them niggas posting up, pass and go away. That niggas say, "Right, won't get out the way."
Hey, let me ask you. Hey, let me ask you this. Hey, Kurt, let me ask you this. So you, hold, Kurt. So you played. Hey, hold.
No, that's all I'm saying.
How you gonna go against the errors?
No, that's all I'm saying, Mo. I'm just saying, like,
there's certain few you can name.
Hold. Let me ask you this. Hold on, Kurt.
Who's gonna check Alex English?
Hey, hold on, Kurt. Let me ask you this. You played about.
You mean to tell me that Alex English gonna sit up there and get 40s and 50s?
Yeah, like he did. Easy.
Who he gonna check?
Hold on, hey, Kurt.
Who gonna check him?
Who he gonna check?
Yeah, who gonna check him?
Hey, Kurt, let me ask you this.
No,
so
I'm done.
Hold on. Your run.
It's different eras.
So you would say your run was what? 85 to 07? You would say that's how long you played at your.
Yeah. Not even
different.
fucking 85 to
14.
Fucking I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So in that time frame, you played both sides. What's the difference for you? I mean, you played both eras.
No.
What was the difference?
85 to what?
About 06, right? 07, you was playing still playing out the farms against all the niggas. Gilbert Arenas, all the niggas. Right?
Some shit.
All right.
4.
So you saw the difference in.
Yeah, it is a fucking difference. Let's keep it real, man. Come on, man.
Right, so
Bob Cousy was once the best motherfucking
Oh,
player ever.
everybody talking about no Cousy.
No, I'm saying he was once the best ever.
So it's like, we can take like your brother. We can take your brother and then take like you.
You can take anybody.
Totally different. Your
it
brother
don't matter. You can take. Man, let me tell you something. The game has changed.
I'm saying good was way different.
That's my point.
Yeah, good was way different.
So what I'm saying is that shit is a different. It's a different look now.
The game does change. I'm saying certain people can adapt to that. Like
and I just told you who can. And Isaiah Thomas, I think it was the best motherfucker that can adapt to now and back then.
And Mike,
don't put Mike in no more of these fucking conversations,
Mike is
man.
modern day basketball.
So Mike can check the rent?
Don't put Mike in no more of these conversations.
Mike check him the rent?
He can check Ralph
Mike check him the rent.
He can check Ralph Sampson.
Can Mike check Kevin Durant?
Yeah, he would guard him.
You fucking out your mind. You out your fucking mind.
Kevin Durant.
You know what? See, you know what? I love Mike. See, y'all. I think y'all missing my point.
I think Pippen.
I think
y'all could have played.
Yeah, you said it was Pippen too.
I think Pippen
was Scotty.
Scotty can guard Durant.
Yeah, I think Pippen would have played good in both
sides.
Motherfucker right.
You motherfucking right, Scotty. But what I'm saying is, I think y'all missing my point, Joe.
Could Barkley play in his era?
I'm not disrespecting them guys.
Barkley was different.
I'm not. Barkley his ass dogged out. He can guard right now. He gonna win.
Dunking these motherfuckers in the basket.
Who gonna guard?
If Charles Barkley
who can he guard?
If Charles Barkley,
I think I'm missing.
Fuck the guarding, dog. Who gonna guard him?
Right. So why you gotta say fuck? You can't say
who
fuck.
Who gonna guard him?
Who you gonna guard?
Who's gonna guard him?
He gonna score more than Carmelo.
Man, he gonna put Carmelo's ass in the basket,
And
Joe.
what he gonna do with Carmelo?
He gonna put Carmelo in the basket.
Carmelo gonna get that bitch that way.
No,
and he gonna pop and all this shit, and he gonna be fucked up. Man, y'all motherfuckers. I love these dudes, man. What I'm saying is,
So you take Carmelo or Barkley?
the years
Carmelo or Barkley?
Answer that question.
I'm taking Barkley.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, for sure. I ain't crazy.
Okay, I'm about to say. Hey, look, you about to get.
I'm saying,
Hey, son, you know you gonna get suspended.
No.
This motherfucker gonna get
What I'm
suspended
saying,
for red
the
cup.
game
If
is-
he would have said Carmelo,
No.
Hey, Slim.
But don't act like it's fucked up now.
It is fucked up. It is fucked
tell you
up.
what, you know why they
No,
fucked
it
up?
is. It's
You know why they fucked up?
It's really fucked up.
Tell me what's the difference.
It's really fucked up.
What's the difference?
Barkley was a fucking animal,
But
dog.
I don't
Carmelo-
think I don't think Barkley would ever
Carmelo
got a
Anthony?
chance to do what he do in
Carmelo
this
can
era.
score the basketball.
He was a 6'4".
Barkley
Barkley was a
scored.
6'4" power
Oh!
forward.
Barkley
Barkley
rebounded that
scored
motherfucker.
what?
He played defense too.
Barkley couldn't check Bernard King.
Fuck out of here, man.
He get glass. Barkley get glass.
Why?
Barkley gets 13, 14 rebounds.
In this game,
Every
today,
game.
In this
And
game, today.
every game that Barkley
Every
played,
game, he
Barkley
probably
got
have 18 in this
13
game.
rebounds.
No,
That's
I-
the
Barkley got
league.
better as he got older.
First of all, I
Yeah,
said,
tell him
man,
about
the
it.
real
Man, rebound was
I was
dominating
asking
the whole
y'all
time.
why y'all
I
can't.
was giving you my
Has
reason.
Carmelo ever won MVP?
No.
No, he's gonna be.
Has he even been close?
And Barkley took
Yeah,
his
he's
team
been
to the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
But let me
And
ask you.
Barkley played on bad teams in Philly.
Barkley was-
I
They
said
went to
I'm
the
going. I'm saying I'm going, Bob.
But what I'm saying,
Barkley was
what I'm
good
saying
as
is,
shit,
with
right?
Barkley, with the way the game is scouted today, the way he ain't even got a chance to do what he did. And
Hell yeah.
6'4" power forward ain't been one since.
He's a freak.
Athletic
been-
as fuck.
so hasn't been
He was
one-
athletic as a motherfucker.
Who we gonna check nowadays? Who the fuck Barkley gonna check nowadays?
So it hasn't been a single guy to play
On that wing,
basketball.
his big fat ass, he getting crossed up with it. Man, y'all.
No, my God, hold on.
Y'all niggas,
Hold on.
you chose
Bryson,
Barkley. Y'all,
Bryson,
what is he
hold on.
talking about? No, because I love
So
talking
you
about
said-
him.
Bryson,
He's terrible.
Bryson,
He went on Facebook.
Bryson, so in the
Y'all
YouTube era,
Who was he gonna
where you
check?
can see every motherfucker that ever
check?
touches the
Who do
basketball
you want
now,
him to check?
there hasn't been another
Put him
6'4"
in-
power
put him in-
forward in the
put him in
entire
OKC.
fucking
Who you
world.
gonna check
I'm
tonight?
gonna check Paul George. I'm gonna
Barkley's
check
out
Carmelo.
But he's
Uh,
power
so
forward.
he's
Why he
one-
check?
Check Carmelo.
He's
Yo,
one in a
never-
lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
Barkley's one in a lifetime, dog.
Nobody
Drake
checked
Paul
Paul
George.
George.
I don't think Barkley would ever got a chance to do
Bob
what
was
he did.
Draymond.
No,
Draymond.
I'm saying no. When they go small,
When they go small, but Draymond's a starting power forward, so he got
I
Draymond
don't like
tonight.
Draymond. But I'm saying,
I love Draymond. He got Draymond
oh,
tonight.
that's cool. But Barkley can't check me. These dudes we talking about. Let's keep it real,
You
man.
put him on the
These niggas on the wing
player.
now. These fours on the wing.
Hey, who's
like,
checking?
they fucking
Checking
niggas
Who's
up.
checking Greek Freak?
They got crossovers
He's 7
and shit.
foot.
These niggas like that.
Who's
yo.
checking Greek Freak? That motherfucker's
Not Barkley.
I get your new school team. I got my old school team.
Spencer Haywood.
I gave him a school team. I named my
I'm
five.
talking about against the old school team.
Spencer Haywood.
Hey, somebody
Hey,
said.
all together? Oh, you
So you saying since Jordan? Okay, I got
you
let me
really
go
in
my
trouble.
team.
Hold on, you really in trouble.
Sean
Let me get my
Kemp,
mob.
I think
You really in trouble.
Man, you tripping.
I go East and West.
My mob is universal. My team
Hey,
can
you
play
don't
in both
think? You don't
areas.
think
So
Sean?
mine-
Hey, you don't think
Yours
Sean
can't.
Kemp could have played in both areas?
My team.
I didn't put
You ready? Let me give you my
I-
team. I got my team. I got Diesel straight off the
Shaq
break.
bad mother.
I got Shaq off the
That's the problem. He the only problem.
I got
He
Shaq.
would be the only
I got
problem.
Shaq off the break.
Shaq is the only problem. All the other niggas, fuck him.
You not a Shaq fan? You say Shaq sucks?
Stunk.
What? My son.
No, you know what?
Wait, hold on, talk about oh, this man right here.
No.
This shit, look.
Hey,
This motherfucker some roller tussle, man.
Shout out to
Look.
Mark Tillman and
Are you
Darren
serious?
McClain.
Joe.
Oh, time out.
Nah,
Hey,
Shaq's
Junior Barrow.
I can't go with that one.
Hey,
Shaq
Shaquille O'Neal, can I say one thing?
Shaq bad one, no.
Let me break this shit
Shaq
down.
goes down to motherfucker like that.
Ho.
Big foul
Let me
shot.
break this shit down for
He
you.
said Shaq sucks.
Shaq can handle the
Shaquille O'Neal
basketball.
was an athletic,
Hey,
agile
Shaq can handle the
motherfucker,
basketball.
bro.
He wasn't.
Hey, you know how athletic that motherfucker was? And he had moves like shit.
Nobody can fuck with Shaq right now.
Man, Shaq was
Shaq
off
be
the
ripping.
chain, yo.
Shaq played 18
Shaq-
years.
Hey, Shaq was crazy, yo.
Face up.
You sure?
Shaq was crazy.
It's my opinion. He sucked. He
Really?
was somebody. He was the biggest player in
I
the
think
league.
you got the wrong words
He ran
up.
people away. Okay, maybe.
So that's why you don't like. So that's why you don't like LeBron. Same thing.
That is the part of the reason why.
Oh,
The
man.
same thing with Lonnie Real
Yeah.
You said Shaq.
You know what? When Lonnie was on here, and I watched, and I heard what Lonnie said, I agreed with most of all of that what Lonnie said. And you know what, Curt? I'm surprised at you, but I'm not surprised at you. And I say that because I was a skilled player, you were a skilled player, so I like players that are skilled players.
Shaquille O'Neal was skilled as a
Highly skilled
motherfucker, yo.
players. Kevin Durant.
Shaquille O'Neal, time out.
Let him go. let him go.
Kevin Durant, highly skilled.
Man, Shaquille O'Neal was highly skilled.
Michael Jordan, highly skilled. And I'm not even a Michael Jordan fan. I don't like Michael Jordan.
I'm not a fan, but he's a bad motherfucker.
Bad motherfucker. Bad motherfucker. But I didn't like what Jordan stood for socially, so that's why I didn't root for Jordan.
He just didn't say nothing.
Yeah. But I like skilled players.
He just want to keep his money, that's all.
So name me 3 centers that was better than Shaq, though.
Well, more
Who
skill.
I would take?
That was more skill.
I take Akeem over Shaq. I take Moses Malone over Shaq, and I take Kareem Abdul-Jabbar over Shaq.
And there's nothing
And
wrong
those are
with
3
that.
players
There's
that I
nothing wrong
watched
with.
play.
It's not.
I didn't see Bill Russell play.
No,
so
there's
I can't
nothing
say
wrong with
Bill
him
Russell.
saying that if he
But
takes
those
him
are
over
3
Shaq.
players
Moses
I
was-
watched play.
Moses was the best player in the league.
Moses was a dog. He wasn't skilled, though.
Moses was a bad.
God,
Moses
fucking
was a bad motherfucker. Yo, Moses was a bad motherfucker. Joe.
We think Olajuwon got his shit.
Hey, Bryson, it was a minute. Hey, Bryson, it was a minute when Moses was the best player in the league. It was a second. Hey, it was a stretch when Moses was the best player in the league.
I know that motherfucker MVP scoring.
He was the best player in the league for a minute.
You learned.
I think I'm saying that Shaq don't get the credit for his nimbleness.
No, Shaq's a bad boy, but
Motherfucker 7'2".
you got Moses fucked up.
Moses was the
You
best.
got Moses all the way.
No, I don't have it fucked up. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
Shaq
yeah.
was.
Those are the 3 centers that I
you
watched
right.
play
You
that
right.
I would take over
Bryson,
Shaq.
you
And
got
I
Moses
didn't
fucked
see
up.
Bill Russell play, and
You got
everybody
Moses
would take
fucked
Bill
up.
Russell
You got
over
Moses.
Shaq.
But Shaq was dominant, though, yo.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Shaq dominated basketball in the
I
NBA
just
for like
named-
it wasn't
that
years.
brute
I
shit,
just
though.
named 4 centers.
I get that. I'm saying
And I don't
Shaq dominated, but none of them since you named dominate the game like him except Kareem.
Olajuwon had a stretch.
No, he didn't dominate the game. Shaq dominated basketball. Like he dominated. Like we playing against Shaq Knight is no answer for him.
Olajuwon.
No moves. He dominated that shit. So he dominated basketball.
Olajuwon was a
Y'all motherfuckers. No, he did. Elijah, bad motherfucker. Olajuwon dominated the game with skills.
Shaq.
Boom.
I get what you saying. It's just like
Just
like on
a
LeBron.
bully. Like
on LeBron.
I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. Night out.
like that.
I'm
man.
going to knock
Shaq,
people over.
Shaq is one of them dudes.
Like
Yeah.
LeBron,
I get that.
Kobe's only a few that
Yeah.
dominate that
And
shit.
I've
dog.
watched
I get that.
basketball.
Shaq
So
dominated
if
that. I'm
you
with you
would
there.
reference Shaq's games the way you should ref Shaq's games, Shaq wouldn't play. Shaq would have fouled out.
He used to be
3
fouling
offensive
shit out.
fouls.
So
and 2
Shaq would have fouled some niggas out too, though.
He would have.
They was fouling shit out of Shaq too, though.
They were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They were.
So you feel like LeBron's not highly skilled?
Man, he's skilled as a
LeBron is skilled.
as shit.
LeBron is skilled. He is skilled. My issue with
LeBron's the best basketball player on earth right
Can you let
now.
me finish? I said LeBron is skilled. Aren't you happy with that?
But wait.
LeBron is a skilled player. The issue that I have with LeBron is that you cannot count on LeBron down the stretch when you need
Because he made the right
best
play. Because he,
No,
'cause he passed.
it's not the right play.
You rally Inge, right? You rally Inge, right? You know you can shoot the shit out that motherfucker. Boom. LeBron on your team. So the whole media is gonna be like, man, when LeBron went in the lane, why the fuck he pressed Riley Inge? LeBron saying, because I know Riley's gonna get that shot. The media saying, I need you to take that shot because you're LeBron James.
Correct.
In your mind, you know you can knock that, but you just missed it though. You just missed that shot. But the media like, why he pass him? Because he, in his mind, he is saying, I know Riley can make this motherfucking shot.
So
that's
now-
the right. He made the right play.
So let me-
so why are we getting mad at him for making the right fucking play?
I'm going to respond to that. I played at Paint Branch High School. Okay, when I played at Paint Branch High School, I was the best player on the floor for 3 out of my 4 years. Okay, there's a reason why certain people are open. Okay, sometimes, most of the time, in my case, playing at Paint Branch High School, when I was clearly the best player on the floor, it is better for me to take a tough shot, and we all done played.
So you want to miss a shot before you trust your teammate. You don't trust your teammate.
No. Again, I trust people, but what I'm saying is that I don't put them in a situation where when it's all over with, they're gonna come to you and say, "How'd you miss that wide open shot, Ricky?" Going to Kyle Korver or whoever it is.
John Paxson and Steve Kerr.
Right. So what the fuck?
So
if they missed them shots,
then they be enjoying. They be enjoying. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is that if you're LeBron James and you're going to compare LeBron James to who Charlie Moe or other people say is the greatest of all time, which is Michael Jordan. If it's going to be Michael Jordan, and I don't agree that Michael Jordan's the greatest player of all time, but if it's going to be Michael Jordan, then we're going to compare to Michael Jordan to what he did. What we remember about Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan closed games out. Michael Jordan finished.
With Scottie Pippen, though.
With Scottie Pippen, I mean, okay.
Oh, let me ask you, so do Mike have 6 rings without Scottie Pippen?
No.
All right, so what the fuck
we
talking about?
What we're talking about,
So who is the greatest player though?
So it's Magic Johnson. But that's who I saw. Now there's people that see.
So where's Kobe at?
Kobe's in the conversation. He ain't no Michael Jordan. He ain't no Magic Johnson. He ain't none of those people. Okay,
is he better than LeBron?
Kobe?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That's an argument. It's definitely an argument.
It's an argument. It's an argument.
But my answer is no.
It's an argument.
My answer is yes.
I respect that.
Kobe's the best of all time?
I said better than LeBron.
Why? Why you say that?
He was a motherfucking dog.
Because he got 5 rings. That's all.
No,
That's the only reason why you
go
go
the rings. I just think at the end of the game, and LeBron's gotten better. Like Kobe make free throws. He do all the key shit. LeBron claim shit. He always come up short a lot of times, yo.
And that's my issue.
Small, yo.
That's my issue with LeBron.
He got a little Ohio bitch shit in him a little bit. You know what I mean?
I love LeBron
all that's fine. All that's fine with y'all saying.
Off the floor.
All that's fine with y'all saying. All that's fine with y'all saying. At the
Jump
end of the motherfucking day,
shot kind of a little funky.
Can't nobody fuck with that.
Nah, that jump shot ain't funky no more.
Fourth quarter of a big
man,
game.
y'all niggas is
give me
Kobe,
Larry
bro.
Bird.
Don't forget Kobe.
Give me
Just
Michael
in time.
Jordan.
Don't forget
Give me Isaiah Thomas.
Don't get LeBron.
Give me Magic Johnson. Give me LeBron. Give me Jabbar. Give me
Jabbar bad.
Give me all those players in front of LeBron James when the money's on the line, when it means the most. Give me those guys in front of LeBron.
So the Magic had 5 rings without Jabbar and Worthy?
Nope.
No.
You know what?
No.
I'm gonna answer
Everybody
that question.
needs somebody.
No.
Everybody
No.
needs somebody.
Because that's 3 of the best to ever do it.
No.
No way, man.
Worthy.
Now we talking about multiple players.
Rick, that's why it's called
Them
championship
niggas got
team.
multiple players.
Okay, but
called
LeBron gets criticized for his teammates.
I'll tell you what,
Magic has 2 of the best to ever do it.
Let me ask you a question, Bryson. Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
I agree with you. No.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this one question. I just want to see how you answer
by
this.
yourself, man. I ain't
Give
seen nobody do that.
LeBron, I'm just saying, because Mike had Scotty a long ass time. A long ass time. It wasn't no Mike doing it without Scotty and was doing anything. Right. So what I'm saying is, give LeBron the same amount of time that Mike had with Scotty,
or that Kobe had with Shaq.
Give LeBron, give LeBron a healthy Grant Hill.
Larry Bird had McHale.
And what the fuck you think gonna happen?
Nothing.
What about if Kobe and Shaq didn't break up?
Oh!
Because Jordan still be right there.
No.
I saw Kobe jack that shit in 04 all the way.
In their time.
I don't want to hear none of that shit. He jacked that shit.
In their time like they had.
But I respect Kobe.
In their time,
I respect Kobe.
The same amount of time that Pippen and Jordan had.
I didn't like Kobe.
Give Grant and LeBron the same time that Jordan and Scotty had.
Kobe and Shaq ain't break up. Them motherfuckers won 6, 7 championships.
Think about this.
You said what?
They wouldn't be to do with Scotty and
man, you crazy as a motherfucker.
Shaq and Kobe went to 4 out of 5.
6 rings?
Kobe and Shaq went 4 out of 5 years in the finals,
fucking tripping, Joe.
6 rings?
Yeah.
This is what I do.
It wasn't no competition for them, Mo.
And when I talk
it wasn't no duo for them on the East Coast to even compete with them.
Nobody can fuck with Kobe and Shaq.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody can fuck with Kobe and Shaq.
Y'all lost the
Kobe
series.
And Shaq.
They lost it with
Penny and them beat them.
They got them out of there.
That's when Mike came out of retirement.
It don't matter. They playing basketball.
No, but
what happened?
They won 3 in a row. They playing basketball.
They won 3 in a row after that.
After that. So don't say
won
they never
3.
beat.
He started playing baseball. Come back, lose in the finals to go to.
So you mean to tell me that LeBron and Grant Hill talent level wasn't what Scotty and Mike's was?
No.
It would have never been with Kobe and Shaq.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Kobe
that.
and Shaq didn't.
I'm saying.
What are you saying?
The X factor is Mike Jordan.
Over Magic and Jabbar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jabbar was old as shit, man. You ain't wasn't even use a little nigga.
You know I know my shit, right?
Listen to me.
Kareem
came to the league like what, 69?
League is 69.
Kareem was fucking old as shit when in the 80s, yo. Kareem wasn't no key factor in that shit. In 80 he didn't play. But come on. In 80 he fucking was hurt. Magic won the shit.
Go back and look.
They went back in 82.
Go back and look at his numbers.
Listen, man. They won that shit in 87, 88 back to back. Kareem was old as fuck, dog. He wasn't no major. He was like 10 points a game.
Jordan was all defense.
Go back and look.
85,
He averaged 10 points a game.
I get that. I respect that.
That's my mom.
Look at Jabbar.
my mom, man. Listen, Kareem was marginal. He wasn't no different. He wasn't in his fucking prime.
So you saying the last 11 years of his career, he wasn't
in his prime? He was okay. He was solid.
What are we talking? He made
He was
19
solid.
All-Star games.
No.
He made 19 All-Star
It don't matter. Ricky, it don't matter. It don't matter.
We're
gonna put up Jabbar numbers after Magic got you.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Can Durant guard Jordan?
Got Carmelo Anthony.
Can Durant guard Jordan?
I'm asking. King got Carmelo Anthony.
Who? Jordan?
Yeah.
Kareem had longevity. It wasn't Kareem.
In his
He
era.
was good for a long time. That's why he's an all-time leading scorer in NBA history.
Night in and night out. Now
He played well for a long time.
You talking about now? You can't compare it, man.
6'7", 6'8", 6'9".
Mike would have broke all that
and
shit.
doing that shit.
I want you to think about this. This is how I
Jordan the best
compare
ever, man.
great
Jordan
players.
the best player.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is how I compare great players. If you go to a JV basketball game, everybody on the floor looks the same. Right or wrong?
Same level.
Everybody's 5'9", 5'10".
I totally agree with that.
Everybody's built the same.
Totally
JV
agree.
basketball game, anywhere you go, everybody pretty much looks the same.
Totally agree.
All right, now, if you put everybody in a JV basketball game at their skill level, would Kevin Durant be a great player?
Cameron was a JV player though.
No, listen to me. If Kevin
I don't
Durant,
give a-
if Kevin Durant is a 5'10" JV player with his skill set, and everybody else is 5'10" like Kevin Durant,
He
would
gonna
Kevin
stand
Durant
out.
be?
He
He's
gonna
stand
stand
out.
out. He gonna stand out.
Okay, would
He gonna stand out like
he
a
would stand
motherfucker.
out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now LeBron James
Gonna
is
stand
the
out.
same
Stand out.
size as everybody else.
He gonna stand out.
He's 5'10", like
He gonna-
everybody else.
he gonna
He ain't
stand out.
265.
He gonna-
He's
he gonna stand
5'10".
out.
He's 130 pounds like
He-
everybody
he gonna
else.
stand out. He gonna
Is
stand out.
LeBron James the same player as Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Is LeBron James the same player as Kevin Durant?
Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that though. That's crazy. I don't get it.
Answer my question.
He gonna stand out. Yeah. LeBron James.
JB.
Crazy
LeBron
shit.
James is a bad motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
JB, is he gonna stand out?
Yeah, he gonna stand out.
Yeah, what the fuck
Tell
you
him
want? He gonna stand all around. No, no blue.
Ricky's gonna stand out.
The fuck is he so
I think
I didn't say he
can.
wasn't. I just want to get
can,
y'all
but
opinion.
I
I know
think
you a
I think he
fan,
will.
so you gonna say it no matter what.
I think he will, but the logic that a lot of guys like you use is like what separates LeBron is his size, right? That's what a lot of
That's what separates Durant.
No. Well,
6'11", dribbling that bitch like a
hold on.
motherfucking point guard.
That's what separates Magic too.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying. So now you get what
So
I'm
basically, you're
saying.
saying ball handling is the game, though. That's the fucking game.
Magic
Ball
Johnson,
handling-
if Magic Johnson played in a JV game and he was 5'2",
only I'm saying.
Ball
his
handlers
skill
impeccable.
set.
LeBron James
Magic
dribbling like a
Johnson
point
wouldn't stand
guard.
out.
His ball handle is impeccable. That's what makes LeBron good. It ain't his size. It's his
With
ball
Larry
handling.
Bird's skill set,
He's
Larry
tall.
Bird.
So,
JV basketball.
Give-
Larry
Okay,
Bird
I do it.
stand out.
Give LeBron James, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, AC Green, give LeBron that shit.
He winning all
Coming
that.
into the
He
league.
winning all that.
That's all I'm saying.
He gonna win it all.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is,
Like Magic won it all.
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, give LeBron that shit. Magic never to prove
So
himself.
name the team he played against.
Magic never to prove
Name the
himself.
team.
That's what I'm
Name the
saying.
five
He never had to
Magic
prove
played
himself.
against that game.
He did have bad motherfuckers in Miami,
give a
though.
fuck
He had
about
bad
that.
motherfuckers
Alright,
in
he
Miami.
ain't had Jabbar.
He had
Worthy though.
No, are you serious? Are you serious?
He had Chris Bosh.
He had his scout. He had his scout. He had the Worthy.
Worthy filling that motherfucking lane. Hey, Worthy filling that lane.
I would meaning.
Man, they was a sorry.
Magic wasn't famous, but don't get me wrong with that. He came into Hollywood like, you know what? I'm walking. I got motherfucking Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
No, it wasn't there yet.
I got shit.
Not yet.
Jabbar
Red
was
Fox. He
there.
got Red Fox.
Jabbar was there.
Who's Jabbar?
Jabbar was there.
Jabbar was there. I ain't talking about the. They can.
Who's Jabbar? I mean, Jabbar ain't nobody.
No, hold on. Let's think about this. Hold on.
That was
If LeBron comes into the league with
Jamal
Shaq in 04-05,
If what?
can he get to the finals?
What?
If Magic comes into the league
y'all got LeBron
with Shaq
fucked all the way up.
as his big man, do you go to the
Man,
finals?
y'all got LeBron fucked up.
Right. Got
They
that right.
got LeBron
Magic
fucked
took
up.
Vlade Divac to the fucking finals with Eldon Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about?
Yeah, you showing some give him a film and some play.
That Vlade
Yeah,
Divac.
can't believe like that.
Hey,
That-
Vlade
no.
Divac-
No, stop
like
it.
That. Kevin
Cut it
Love
out.
ain't like that.
He said Eldon Campbell.
Chris
wasn't
Bosh
like that.
ain't like
Cut
that.
it out. Cut it out.
Dwayne
That
Wade
nigga
ain't
took
like
fucking
that.
Terry Teagle.
Eldon
He took fucking
He talking about some
Eldon
niggas who
Campbell.
scored basketball. LeBron came with Boobie Gibson.
Larry Hughes.
You talking Kevin? I'm talking when he got in the league.
He ain't go his first year.
No, I didn't say what I'm
He
saying.
went his third, fourth year.
When he went, it was Woody Gibson.
Magic had the HIV
Larry
virus.
Hughes,
Mo
Mo
Williams.
Mo Williams.
Ricky Davis. Yeah, Ricky Davis.
They got rid of all them.
Hey, man, fucking Ricky Davis, Joe. Ricky Davis told that nigga like, "Hey, Slim,
Them niggas, you going to the club.
You told LeBron pass me the
Them niggas, you going to the club.
Carlos Boozer.
Yeah, he going to the club with me. I'm going to the club with y'all. I'm not going to the championship with y'all. Come on, man. Y'all can't. For real. For real, like.
So you take
Elder-
LeBron over man.
Elder King.
I'm saying LeBron over everybody ever played basketball
Yeah, me too.
that I've seen.
You said you too?
That I've seen.
Oh, no
That's
question.
your
That I've seen.
Mike was crazy.
Always.
Michael Jordan is all
I
of it.
beat y'all every
Mike
single
was
day.
crazy, yo.
Michael Jordan is all
I
of it.
beat y'all.
I ain't even.
I
I ain't even.
LeBron. I take
Michael
LeBron
Jordan
every
is
time.
all of
Box
it.
I got
office, yo.
Jordan.
He changed the game with the sneakers and all that shit.
Wherever LeBron go, he going to the championship.
Baggy shorts, Jordan.
I got Michael Jordan.
That's not.
Mike was
I
clutch
respect
like shit,
that.
yo. Mike was clutch.
Hey, man.
Mo, ain't nobody disputing that part. Fuck that.
I be seeing little YouTube clips like or dudes
Nah,
I'm
I know.
going with
Facebook.
LeBron James.
You know he used to. Hey,
wrong with
look,
that.
Mike Jordan used to motherfucking mid-range jump shoot your ass to death, yo.
Isaiah Thomas or Kyrie?
I'll take Kyrie.
Oh, Isaiah?
Yep.
It's time to go. We can close the show tonight. hey, we got my man.
It's a new era.
Hey,
It's a new era.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's a new
So
era.
now you get what I'm saying. Now you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you know I'm going Isaiah. Yeah, it's a new era.
Kyrie or Isaiah?
Isaiah, easy.
Easy. It should be
That shit ain't easy, man.
Isaiah,
You see what
easy.
this fuck is
But the
going on?
crazy part is to one of the
He
points
doing
Curt
the
was
same
making.
shit this
If
nigga
you put
doing.
YouTube video up,
Kyrie Irving.
I-
a lot of
Isaiah's
guys you saying up against
Isaiah's
YouTube
on
video of the
Who the
guys
best
who
power
watch now,
forward in the
guys
game right
can't
now?
interpret how good those
I
guys
don't-
were
Who played by?
because it just doesn't.
But
look
here's
the
my
same.
thing. Fuck the
I'm just saying,
mixtape.
I'm
If you
just
watching the
thinking
Kyrie
that's
mixtape and you watching the Isaiah Thomas
So
mixtape,
who played by
you gonna
forward?
take
Who
Kyrie's
played
mixtape
by
over
forward?
Isaiah's. Fuck
Who
the
played
mixtape.
power forward right now?
Again, I'm about winning.
He stay hurt you.
Isaiah Thomas was not going to
Told you
lose
to
a
say
game
Isaiah
to
didn't
Kyrie
close.
Irving.
Isaiah Thomas over
Because
Kyrie.
Isaiah-
I was on the niggas. Isaiah
It ain't
Thomas.
gonna happen.
I'm taking Isaiah Thomas over Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving.
Goddamn right.
Any of the week. So we
Hey,
ain't.
but then look,
yeah.
some old heads might take Bob Cousy.
That's what
He ain't had no left hand.
He won 11 out. He won 8 in a row.
But he was the man.
Yeah, but Bob Cousy,
He might be in Boston at the Irish bar.
Hey, Bill Russell was argued a lot. Like, would he have been as good as he
Over
was?
who?
If he would been, would he have been as good as he was in the league right now?
I mean, here's one of the things that I tend to
He's
do
been
is
Dennis
I
Rodman.
defer to
hey,
somebody
you know,
who's
that's
seen
valid.
more
10
basketball than
points.
me.
He's been
You
offensive.
see what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker tells me Riley, yeah, Michael Jordan,
I'm
Kobe
the
Bryant
same-
was
I'm
good,
the
but
same
Oscar
way.
Robinson, I seen Oscar Robinson.
right.
If a motherfucker tell me that
I'm the
Oscar
same way.
Robinson
I'm the
was
same
doing
way.
what Jordan and Kobe was doing,
I might agree with them.
I might agree with
Yeah.
them because they
I
seen
get
some
that.
shit that I didn't see.
But this generation don't do that. They don't do that.
So
They
that's
see
what
the
I'm saying.
highlights,
So
they
when
see
you
Dr.
ask me a
J.
question, you gotta
They
ask me:
see-
are you talking about what you've seen or what you know?
Right,
what's
right.
in the?
And I agree. Watching
No,
film,
to
watching
me, I know
film,
what I seen.
watching film and seeing something when it happened is two different things.
I go by that scene.
Gilbert Arenas or John Wall?
Gilbert.
Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah, that shit ain't. Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Motherfucker.
No hesitation.
Agent Zero.
But that's a generational conversation.
Agent Zero.
Yeah.
Young people,
Flying.
young people,
Yeah,
young
nice
people
run.
don't get it.
And
But
he
if
had
you watch,
the
but if you watch,
little Adidas, little glow.
Agent-
Nah, he had a nice run.
Agent
James
Zero.
Harden
Yeah,
ain't done
nice
shit I ain't
run.
already seen Gil do.
Agent Zero.
James Harden hasn't done shit I already seen Gil do, but young people don't get that shit.
Agent Zero, man.
Nah, he
Agent
had a
fucking
nice run.
Zero.
He knew his
They had some footage of him
Alex
cooking Kobe.
English
I saw
or
on
James
Facebook.
Harden?
Hey, we gonna close up.
Alex, he didn't want to even answer.
Yeah.
Alex
Whatever.
English or James Harden?
I'm gonna
No
lie.
blue.
I'm gonna lie, man.
No blue.
All day to paint. Alex English shit. I was blocking that shit. I was blocking that shit.
No. That's my
Paul
point.
George was strapping that nigga up.
I think he's Evansburg.
He
Damn
said,
motherfucker.
he said, who to check? He said, who to check Alex English?
That shit wasn't going
Hey,
on.
time out. Hey, look.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Bo,
This
look.
game is.
Hey, Bo, he said who would check Alex English.
That's all I'm saying.
Motherfucker. Paul George is strapped
I
up.
do.
I had Paul
But
George on
can
my
you give
team.
Alex English with everybody and then put Alex English in the arrow?
They not even listening
Or
to
just
me,
say,
they look.
leave Alex as
No,
he is?
no, it was a joke, man. It was a
Time out,
joke.
though.
It
Seriously.
was a joke.
He said,
We're gonna leave on this show right here. I got a good one for you. I always try to think of how you think. Rasheed Wallace. I think it's easy. That's probably too easy. Rasheed Wallace or LaMarcus Aldridge.
that's a
pretty good one.
No, that's a real good one. No, that's tough.
I don't know.
It's real tough.
People forget. I'm gonna break it down like this. I'm gonna go with Rashid only with toughness.
Time out. That's all you had to say. We want to say
Hey, but
we want to say page though.
Arch a bad motherfucker.
We want to say
Arch cold.
But see,
Arch cold.
see,
I would
we on the same page though.
I would have gone Rashid.
Rashid a better defender
Because it's defensive.
Hold on, but
that's why.
But not just that, Riley. People forget when Rashid first got in the league when he was in North Carolina. He was doing some real athletic shit, Joe. He just started playing.
Yeah, Rashid's
he had
way better.
He had an old man game early in his game.
He tough.
But when he first got in the league,
that's a good move though.
People forget that shit.
Rashid never been a featured guy on offense.
On the defensive side, Rashid first came in the league.
You remember that Portland team though?
But Rashid was like that.
Joe, Rashid,
he played with the Wizards.
Steve Smith. I'm just talking about when he was with
drafted.
That team.
Joe, but people
had a bunch of motherfuckers.
Most underrated player in the history of the league is who?
Underrated?
I think so.
Underrated.
I got one of my favorites was here with the Wizards.
Scotty to me though.
My man was underrated.
Scotty to me.
You know what? Most underrated in the league ever?
My man played for here, the Wizards.
I'm just saying.
Point guard. What's the point guard for the Wizards?
Rod Strickland.
Strickland.
He had a run.
Strickland.
Let me know when y'all finish.
But he didn't impact winning.
Most underrated what?
That's my man.
That's what I'm going to say.
But
Who's
the new school?
85 and up. 85 and up.
I say
Scott. Who don't get respect? The new school Rod Strickland.
The most underrated.
Nah, Rod didn't score like
that. The most underrated
85 and up.
The most underrated player me that I've seen.
Yeah.
And we're gonna close this short. We've been
nah,
on this
everybody ain't there.
Okay, you go first.
Underrated.
Man, you go first. Y'all taking a
1985.
long time. You go first.
Most underrated.
Then let me go for these things.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Sam Cassell.
I don't think
Shit,
I love
crazy. They don't get that nigga that's disrespect.
Yeah.
They don't contract wise.
One of my top 5 point guards of all time. And I say that in
man, Sam Cassell's the most underrated player ever.
That's a good one.
What you got, Ron?
Mine is James Worthy. I say if James Worthy went in any other team other than the Lakers and was the featured guy, James Worthy was a 30-point scorer.
Respect.
If he had gone to Chicago like Michael Jordan did and had his own fucking team, James Worthy was a 30-point scorer.
Respect.
But because he had Magic and Gerard,
I respect that.
he toned it down.
Who you got?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Rod, man. He didn't never make an All-Star team. He was cooking. He was in the West. He played for San Antonio. He was out in the West cooking.
That ain't bad.
He was in the East cooking. Never made an All-Star team.
That ain't bad at
Who
all.
you got, man?
Man, I'm gonna go with toss up right now. Man,
look here, man.
Look, I'm gonna say mine.
I say most underrated is, to me, it doesn't get a lot of props. The guy just developed all in the pros. Sean Kemp, man.
I don't care. Kemp's a bad.
No, the reason I say Scotty's underrated because people purposely, and I'm not saying basketball like you. I say Scotty because people purposely try to diminish how good he was to almost make Jordan look better. So if people don't realize the shit he did he ran the point, checked the best player. They went to the conference finals without Mike. They ain't like Chicago. LeBron leave Miami to come from shit. Chicago was right there with Jordan left.
I will say this about Scotty. The people appreciated that motherfucker because his name stayed coming up in conversations.
Who's the most underrated?
He just wasn't the one motherfucker like a bad motherfucker. But I'm with you on that. I'm definitely
people reduce how people try to talk down. You know how good it was to make Mike look. Like it was 5-1.
John Stockton, man.
But the most underrated superstar.
All-time nowhere in underrated.
Because we don't like him.
Motherfucker's bad. All-time
Let me
leader.
tell you who the most underrated.
Never give him
I got a
props.
category for you. The most underrated superstar. Most underrated superstar by far, like superstar ever.
But no, I don't think you can really say
People
that.
all say when you say best power forward.
But
he scored what?
But Bryson, the only way,
is he a superstar?
The only way you become
Bryson,
the only way you're an underrated superstar is if you don't win. If you win, you right there. Malone didn't win shit. That's the only way. That's the only reason. That's the only reason he's not considered. He didn't.
Second leading scorer in the league.
What did he
You talking about
win?
Kareem? I know. I'm just saying.
Kareem won a lot of shit.
Motherfucker averaged scored 37,000 points.
Is he a superstar though?
He didn't win. It didn't impact winning.
Superstars, that's a different.
It didn't. He couldn't get to the finals till he was 14 years in the league.
I know he was a superstar.
Karl Malone won MVP. That
Nah, he
motherfucker
gotta be a
superstar,
superstar.
He was a fucking superstar.
You said underrated. You said
Underrated superstar.
I'm
saying he's the most underrated superstar.
I don't like that. I don't like that term.
And some niggas sleep on Tim Duncan though.
Underrated superstar.
Who the fuck?
Because the only he didn't win.
Solidified superstar.
If Malone had the rings, Duncan won, it wouldn't be a
Tim Duncan solidified
superstar. He couldn't get to the
superstar.
finals.
People don't give his props though.
They lunch it.
That's why I didn't even mention him.
Yeah,
It's like Tracy McGrady. He didn't impact winning.
Man, let's great conversations.
Yeah, great conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate my man Riley coming out. Give your input, man. Like what you would say. I know you were the Blue Devils. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a little last input on what would you say to these kids out here today, the parents and all that, as far as like giving some input on kids getting better or just kids understanding the game and all that type of stuff. Like what would be your, you know what I'm saying, the Riley Inge input on kids, man, just getting better and understanding what basketball is all about to get you an education?
I think that kind of like what we said earlier, like, you know, all of us grew up in an era where we studied basketball. You know what I'm saying? I studied people that I was playing against. I studied people that was older than me. I studied people that were out of my reach, like NBA players. I knew what college, you know, NBA players were like. I studied basketball, you know what I'm saying? I watched today on TV, Kentucky played against Harvard. Mm-hmm. And there's a kid that came to me this summer that I started training that went to Harvard. And his dad was telling me before I started training him, like, yo, my kid is like, you know, he's Russell Westbrook times 10. He's this, that, and the other. And Riley, I want you to train my kid because when he plays against Kentucky, that, you know, the world's going to see how he smashes Kentucky, and then my kid's going to go to the NBA like Markel did, and my kid's going to make, you know, a bunch of money, and that's how we're going to get going by how he plays against Kentucky.
And it's that one team.
It's that one team because Kentucky got that kind of platform.
Boom.
And then I went online today to see how the kid was doing. The kid's averaging 4 points. And then I watched him get Kentucky, and he ain't take no shots. And so I say that to say, and I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it because it's the truth. You got to be careful on who you working with or who you sending your kids to.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because
be a realist.
Yeah. I mean, you understand? Because
who was the kid? What's his name?
No. Mario Haskett. And I called you because you had a Kennel League team, and I wanted the kid to play in the Kennel to get some more bump, get some more action.
Get some exposure.
The kid's dad was bringing him to me all the way from Richmond, like 2 or 3 times a week because he wanted to work, and I appreciate that or whatever. But I'm saying that to say that I think that if you can't apply what you're learning in training, there's no need to train. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, when he came to me and trained with me, I didn't charge him nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know some people are like living off of training, so I'm not knocking that. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying is that if you're not teaching applicable stuff, if you're not teaching applicable stuff that a kid can take with him and put in his tool belt and use it in a game situation, then you kind of out here stealing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, on the AAU side of it,
shout out to y'all, girl.
On the AAU side of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, our job as the DC Blue Devils, and that's all I can speak on, you know, what's important to us is that we get all kids to college. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we get all kids to college, and we get them as much money as we can get them. A full ride if you play in Division I. And if you in Division I kid, you get Division II. We trying to get you a full scholarship so that your parents don't have to pay for you to go to college.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? After that, Keith and I are always there to mentor and help you and, you know, get you a job or help you.
Y'all doing a good job.
Use our resources to help you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But it ain't about going to the NBA because how many motherfuckers go to the NBA? It ain't many. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Dowden, again, Keith always, you know, when Keith is out talking about whatever, Keith likes to use Jeff Dowden as an example because Jeff Dowden is a perfect example. He's a kid that wasn't Markel, you know what I'm saying, but went on to play college basketball, continued to work and develop, you know what I'm saying, and in 2 or 3 years from now, Jeff Dowden is going to have a real shot at continuing his career. making some money doing something that he loves to do.
Right.
And he stayed in the gym.
So where you keep getting his money from?
First of all,
where you keep getting his money from?
There is no bag.
Okay.
There is no bag.
No, I'm fucking you.
It's an
I
ad.
know.
Now, I just want to say, man, I appreciate, you starting that thing you did out Montgomery County, man. That inspired me to do the Legend Coalition this summer, so.
Well, you know what? I
was
was happy to see you do it. You and I had talked about this.
Shout out to MC. Shout out to MC.
No blue. Happy to see you do it. And
shout out to the
y'all
county of Montgomery.
Y'all talking about it and everything.
Yeah. No blue.
I come to MC. Shout out to MC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah, I mean, I was happy to see you do that. I mean, you and I had talked about it a few years prior. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to know, if Montgomery County wanted to kind of be a part of it or whatever. And I was happy to see you do it. In fact, after you got it going and people started participating, I know now, like the next year that you do it, there's some more Montgomery County teams that have contacted me about wanting to participate in it. You know what I'm saying? So
you represent that Mo County. I like that.
Hey man, what we did out in Montgomery County.
Give me a top 5 Mo County.
Moco.
Give me a top 5.
Close the show with it.
Yeah.
Ever?
Top 5 Mo County, and then
That you know of.
that you seen play basketball.
That I seen
Earlier.
And that's it. And we know what the show is over as soon as and we dropping the mic out of this.
That I seen play basketball. I go me.
That's
I go
one.
Dave.
Dave Vanderpool.
Dave Vanderpool. I go Chris
McGuthrie. That's 3.
We talking about my era, right?
No, when you seen play basketball, it don't matter.
That I seen play basketball.
Yeah.
So I can't put Tracy Jackson in it?
Fuck yeah. You Tracy Jackson, bad motherfucker. Tracy Jackson was in your first.
Well, I mean, Tracy Jackson is my first.
Yeah.
So I can put
That's
Tracy
4.
in it. Tracy.
That's 4.
That's 4. We talking about ever though.
That you've seen. You 40-something years old.
Right.
You've seen.
But I ain't seen a lot, Curt.
Because
seen.
you're not from Montgomery County.
I ain't from Montgomery County.
That you-
I missed a whole
that
lot
you've
of shit.
seen.
All right.
You starting over.
I'm going to start over.
That you've seen play.
Still, I can't put Tracy in it then.
Okay. That you
Commercial
seen.
on that 30 seconds.
Doom, doom, doom.
That you've seen play.
I seen play.
That you've seen play. Not you heard of, you seen.
Okay. All right.
Let me say it like that. You seen play, not heard the seen. Not heard.
And is it high school only?
Man.
Hear me. Because Dave Vanderpool became a much better player after high school.
That you've seen play.
Okay, I'm going to go me. I'm going to go Dave. I'm going to go Fowler Campbell.
Bad motherfucker.
I'm going to go Isaiah Swan.
That's 4.
And I'm going to go Jerome Hable.
2, people don't know. He went to Wheaton one year.
Jerome
Like
Bad
that.
boy.
Like that. He was
Jerome
before me,
Hable.
but was like that.
Paint Branch High School, 6'10", left-handed, blocked the shot, keep it
He
in
went to
play,
like
run
4
the
or 5
floor,
high
dunk the
schools,
ball.
but he was
Went to Florida State.
Where you come out? Where you come out?
Like 01, 02?
I coached Jerome at Paint Branch. He came out like, maybe like 02,
Yeah,
something like that.
he was like that.
That's
Something
what's
like
up.
that.
That's what's up. We gonna close. My man Riley Inge came through the Red Cup tonight. You can come back on the show because I really don't like you.
You don't like that. You gotta get something on with that.
You
Top
hey,
5.
Hey, franchise, I love you, man. You talk that bullshit all they want. I'm going franchise and then 4 more. You know what I'm saying? But no bullshit. That's your 5. We should go with. Thanks, Riley, coming out tonight, man. Bryson, Charlie, Mo. We lunching tonight.
Name's no. I just getting ready for the new year.
We lunching.
Getting ready for
Ricky
the
and
new
G,
year.
we out. My